results no ekoye na yenya Djibouti omo lusu ofie Burkina Faso ko shon kansi a omo antimi ante the Pharaohs Egypt eshe kamienu a Ethiopia enso antimi ante na South Sudan omo any DR Congo ene boye Africa World Cup qualifiers na enrada yenya DR Congo omo ko che South Sudan esho by 4-1 Mauritius any Togo ne boye Emma Mauritius eshe kamienu a Togo for antimi ante Senegal eshe mienu Sudan for antimi anti match highlights ni enche ebe rolling our Kessben television so na Benin eshe kabako a Zimbabwe omo antimi anti na South Africa etwa Lesotho ko sham kamiensa Lesotho so antimi anti Congo omo ene Tanzania airport draw match no ekwe 1-1 Morocco eshe kanuma Niger antimi anti ama Morocco for a qualify for World Cup eba so next year Somalia any Guinea ne boye ema Guinea ko sham kamiensa omo antimi anti Uganda omo eshe 9 ema Mozambique antimi anti Namibia ene Malawi eboye ema Malawi edi nkunu by 2-1 enti match highlight of Enra games eba so ewa Africa any goals no ena mo hwe ewa Kessben television so na games are eba so no ene Central African Republic or China match omo any Comoros ebebo nemum ene about 4 p.m. Nigeria omo any Rwanda ebo a home game for Nigeria na okro table no so a say ena kwakoye okro group A Egypt edikan omo 19 points na ubenya BFA omo at second with 14 na wanya Gambia omo 7 points Ethiopia was 6 and then Djibouti omo 1 point way any standings group A we World Cup qualifiers na ye de ani enso eche group B so a say na omo table no tie obenya Congo DR omo di kan omo 16 points na Senegal omo at second 15 points Sudan at third omo 12 points Mauritania omo na at fourth 5 points and omo Togo at fifth or 4 na South Sudan omo 3 points omo etwa to omo table no so yentoa so enko the other group ye call group C South Africa omo anedikan omo ekita 16 points Benin at second omo 11 Rwanda at third 8 Nigeria 7 points omo da fourth na wenya Lesotho omo at fifth with 6 points Zimbabwe ne twatoa omo all just 4 points yentoa so enko group D Wubenya Keved already can 16 points. Cameroon at a second 15. Libya third with 11 points. Angola at a fourth. Now when you Mauritius almost at a fifth. And Swaziland at now you call group E. Morocco almost qualify. All the 6 games already na Tanzania at a second. Zambia at a third. Niger at a fourth and Congo and so at a fifth. Our group no yen so and the other group group F. Cote d'Ivoire Edika 19 points na Gabon at a second omo 18 points na ubenya Burundi omo da third na wenya Gambia omo da fourth Kenya at the fifth and Seychelles etwa group G Algeria omo 18 Uganda 12 Mozambique 12 Guinea 10 points Botswana omo 5 points na Somalia etwa omo just a point group H Tunisia 19 points Namibia 12 points Liberia 10 Equatorial Guinea 10 Malawi 9 na ubenya TP omo etwa omo any point bia Ghanaian group no say enetie Black Stars yedikan it was 16 points Madagascar 13 points Mali at third omo 12 points Comoros at fourth omo 12 points na wenya Central African Republic omo 5 points and na Chad etwa omo just a point or honomo yentoa so enko Europe enra games eba so na enra games eba so no Sweden ene Solomania eboye hema Slovenia ball draw omo ene Sweden match no 2-2 Switzerland edin kun mekana Kosovo for omo entimi anti France eshemienu na Ukraine entimi anti Michael Olise ono yenya first goal Mbappe enya second goal Iceland wamo eshe kanuma Azerbaijan anti Italy heading kunum ekanuma Estonia for anti omo goals no na mo hwe Kessben television so Ivan Gennaro Gattuso on the first game in charge as the Azuris manager enwa omo share 5 goals, all the 5 goals by in the second half. Now matches are at the North Macedonia and Liechtenstein ebebo na Belgium and Kazakhstan omo enso edi ataso Germany ebebo Northern Ireland, Luxembourg ebetwen Slovakia, Georgia ebebo Bulgaria, Turkey ebetwen Spain, Lithuania ebebo Northern Ireland na wenya Poland omo ene Finland. Other games are ebeba so no enye easy kra we matches are ebe so ene ochna Europe. Now so far countries are qualifying no omo 17 na Morocco and the first African country will qualify in the history of the World Cup. Omo qualify 7 times. Morocco omo qualify 1970, 1986, 1994, 1998, 2018, 2022 and our next year World Cup in Morocco, and so I qualify. Countries are already qualifying. Host nations, 3: US, Mexico, and Canada. Other nations, Japan, New Zealand, Iran, Argentina, Uzbekistan, South Korea, Jordan, Australia, Brazil, Ecuador, Uruguay, Paraguay, Colombia, and Morocco. We any countries are qualify. Now, and Senegal, and Sudan boy Sudan for an complain because the pass Senegal for the trash so many nam kwan so air stadium na basa Senegal provide them no SSC kwan so timo a mo Kessben television no we Sudan basa Senegal for edem no na SSC kwan so afita for gina ho a enso match ne ba so ma Senegal ehye kamienu a Sudan kwasi apia ne mrantie no and so entimi antinti Sudan for bus and na ejiomo and so our kwemu and then above 4 Nigeria ebebo and Rwanda and Asia William Trust Ekon captain Emma Nigeria or see players ne there are prepared pa and ra last standing session course so and I'm over our Kessben television so capito no kasai William Trust Ekon or say Ademola Lukman tane chipa no any reigning African Football of the Year. Na ko be so free Atalanta. Nanso ampeke omo GDA pass still an embo boy na bemu. Omo aye very prepared for an game omo ebo. Mo yen take capito. William Trust Ekon.
Step up. Also making a small reference to Ademola Lookman. I think all of us have really followed and are supporting him. The coach said he's the best player in Africa. And from what I've seen in these days also has been even more motivated, and the Lookman that we know and who's consistently always been professional, worked hard, trained hard. So yeah, it's not my choice to make, but I think I can only speak on behalf of all the players that everyone who's here is focused 100% on the game tomorrow. We have had meetings among ourselves, we had meetings with the coaching staff. There's been a lot of talk about the importance and the gravity of the game tomorrow. And the only thing I can say that we are really focused. We know what to do. We have worked, prepared the right way. And I think you get confidence from good preparation. And that's been very good this week. And now it's left for us to talk on the pitch tomorrow.
William Trust Ekon, captain Edema, Nigeria, the Super Eagles, and 4 p.m. Omni Rwanda and Asia. So Nigeria, person, keep hopes alive. Just a match, win because the we are South Africa for the AC Aircon and use a French team, second string side. Now at the share 3. Monday na on the ball against Nigeria so match be match ano ebe din ye papa na Gattuso be the third Italian coach a free 2000 bano on first game on Edin Kunim obeka Antonio Conte the first game in charge for Italy 2014 the first game Oshemienua Netherlands entimi ante Roberto Mancini so first game for Italy almost Saudi Arabia 2-1 or 2018 and then Gennaro Gattuso and Rwanda Estonia 5-0 no the first game ono and so Edin Kunim Enra Kylian Mbappe okose goal na the second goal na the two net me say all time or catch it Thierry Henry Enra Mbappe ni goal no and I'm over our Kessben television so now Thierry Henry at the 123 games, 51 goals. Mbappe was just 91. Now, or they at Thierry Henry into over France all-time top scorers now. Or the second highest goal scorer. On it, Thierry Henry at 51. Now, what I'm saying, Mbappe on one and a mother for the unit say on no any player of the month August. Bosomi etwam no Madu Bobo Kon plus nya do ya de Kylian Mbappe. Na France national team enran omo share two no yenya sad news Dembele of bench and a buyer match no cost no sanso ekopraye ama PSG for the bofu brutal say Didier Deschamps as sebi when you soon adwene game na cost no na a lot of options our bench already now Omadin can amana ya aware Sad Dembele on shada enye fully fit match at France LED na Dembele ebaye ena osansu epraye ama na se Kalife president ama PSG omonya happy crack because enche na Champions League no ebe shase omo our tough games are also mo ball ena mo play money down super Dembele enso akwakopra na no ena Didier Deschamps aba bonten a o defend no say the fact say or the ball ne bem no kire say na o gide pass ne ho aye medical team no Emma go ahead say Dembele obetimi abo eno ne ma boy no ebe mu a unfortunately boy ne be pra nemom baby we pra no enye old injury first no na wo pra ewo ne nine bonkum say no the other tie ne nine fa no ena wasom wo hon mu a wakopra nti first no wo pra ewo ne sere bonkum nemom enra fresh injury to the so bona and also enye wey any defense and Didier Deschamps ono enso ede ababontin already omo manager Luis Enrique oba require surgery because okotwi bike and okonya accident ama coach no ebe surgery and player money dan so akopra omuni that property ne ho ebetima 20 PSG de player pra and manager no ono enso atimi epra na Walid Regragui Morocco national team coach or say already Oma qualify for the World Cup until PSG Omo defender or the Ashraf Hakimi no next game Omo ebe rest no Omo Zambia and airball Oma qualify and Fasobia ni so say Obama ono so etimi abo enti Obama boy no akwa the club side na PSG akwato aso no si akan enso ede amomo Netherlands national team at the statement about Bonten confirm say Frankie de Jong wopra enunti na omo ayi no omo excuse ni say on for national team camp na onko Barca omo enso aso ye enti sustain injury abra omo any Poland eboye some match no ekwa draw game ni mu na na Frankie de Jong ono enso etimi ekopra ye na Germany omo lose omo first game Slovakia Esom 2-0 na after the game Antonio Rudiger for fire ne pass wasa we hwe brutal no Jonathan Ta e wa chiri hono akoyesa sonyene a oli nsu agum enyunu ta na Rudiger yese okọ dressing room no ono so amfa nche ne quality no tia omo fire a omo a say aye midfielders any attackers na expose backline no anim of for ntimi ehodu ball in finfin Bobo ana etire de na omo so because pressure na ebom so enti Rudiger okasai power bra team no so ekọ dressing room na no ana Joshua Kimmich one of the senior players second half on a ball captain armband was say so omo kwaso ebo ball said the omo egu mo ni ase against Slovakia any next year World Cup na be den pass omo ebetima qualify some qualify dia any omo enyiro mo ho na performance omo do na di against Slovakia there na enye kra next game yebenya Spain any Turkey ana airball Adagula Madrid make further no obebo against Spain national team because oye Turkey ni na ose match no enye easy kra nemom prepare ehwe so menya incredible atmosphere ma supporters no atamachi ama Spain edincho Turkey ehia 3 points no at all costs. Cristiano Ronaldo so far 940 goals and 0 ashe Portugal omo ebo against Armenia where they emuye pass you are there to buy a say Ronaldo beto out na one IG and Ronaldo's are there to say I'm ready to play for Portugal and to roll picture no na mo our Kessben television so our him say against Armenia there obetimi atontena woto honomo yanko American Luis Suarez the apology ebaye because ojetum say wanya there against Seattle Sounders no Okotentesio Erugu one of the technical team members of Seattle Sounders na Suarez the apology by no still and some penny for any womo the ban ɛde ato Suarez so a ɔmo asuspend no for the next 6 matches. Suarez ntimi ɛmmɔ for Inter Miami ɔmo club no nyɛ ɔno nko a Sergio Busquets ɛkɔto ne nsa ɔno nso kɔbɔ twɛdeɛ bi a na ano ɔden pa ɔno nso ɛnya too much suspension enti deɛ kɔɔ so Busquets ɛna akɔto ne nsa no saa suban na ɔdan ne di no ɔkɔbɔ ɛyɛ Obed Vargas na ma MLS ɔmo de asotwe ɛde ama no sɛ next 2 games ɔno nso ntimi ɛmbɔ ɛmfa ɛma Inter Miami ɔmo club no. David Alaba ɔsɛ sɛ ya every transfer window na yɛka sɛ obɛfiri Madrid this time yɛ link no sɛ okɔ Saudi Arabia okɔ Turkey ɔmo window ni enclose still obɛfiri Madrid na ɔsɔ no ɛnyɛ news so every single window ebiebia ɛne Alaba bɛkɔ ɔbɛkɔ at the end na we still into way one of those things yet a yɛmu yɛasom nua nokora bi anim until say Madrid phone bɛgya ne kwa no ɔno oni baabia enso ɛkɔ na Enra ɛna Barca for officially ɔmo edit statement ɛba sɛ Olivier Romeo ɔmo terminate no contract yɛsɛ ne nya no Barca for no ɛde saa news no ɔmo keep it to ɔmo chest Enra na ɔmo the official statement ɛba sɛ Olivier Romeo ɔmo midfielder no mutually ɔmo enso apart ways na FC Barca ɛde ɔmo ho anjim ma get hina Liverpool for ntimi amfa no saa summer way January and next summer the way other clubs ebesia battle Liverpool for star defender ne ehu ne contract no ebe expire next summer no na Barca for say famekwa free agent player ya de na osaba for free de wan na empe ye bidi kankan say Bayern Munich so awramu Liverpool pedada and say Barca for enso ade omo anjimu Chelsea already omo monitor the because oyomo products omo na the name Crystal Palace afei the contract no run down wa Chelsea bepe say omo ensu ebenya no La Liga na omo plan say Barcelona any VRL match no on the 20th of December omo the same match no ebeko Miami America na omo ga kwakobo na no na UEFA president Alena Chefren oba bontin condemn say La Liga domestic league yebo awo omo krom ho adenti na saa game we omo be say omo yi American teacher friend ono agasa ababontin akondem say Barca and VRL match ni kwan say omo yi enso adeko America na Barca omo recommend ye omo scouter omo market no so a omo identify talent player we ye omo yankoto no omo de ba na Ten Hag abogu players are signing omo players are omo the same agency and Ten Hag or sensan womo enti anya Ghana ha anya Africa nko a na wo se obi wo ba bia na opre se nko for ebeba Ten Hag players a ewo under ni agency na and or sensan ma Leverkusen ya start league 2 matches and pick na Leverkusen for and so etimi afire no na Man United still almost say Saudi Arabia and Turkey window no NBA de Andre Onana ni tikeka bibia ebetimi asi Man United onye Onana na sika bape omon enso ebetimi aton no Benjamin Sesko say offering German league no mu na eba na Premier League no and the Bundesliga and difference power e level of matches no every game intensity no e was 3 papa and no any difference the German league and the English Premier League na yanto so Premier League no why na edge Jared Bowen captain Emma West Ham was so ananka so analyze teams na ebeya Liverpool omomom na standing a touch chance the Premier League no omon ebetimi age na Arsenal for so ho league na between Arsenal and Liverpool who bako and ebeje e be say goalkeeper why and ebese more goals no so of course Erling Haaland and ultimately say ono ebefa the golden boot or the English Premier League Darren Bent was so just to say boot or the English Premier League Darren Bent was so just to say Arsenal for say omo midfielder ni ya Lewis Kelly boy na Arsenal for a born our left back or say born in the passing range the passing ability and the vision no on your left defender on your left back or your midfielder Arsenal for the ban 15 power and Lewis Kelly no omo ebehu ni ye papa Chelsea omo ebe Champions League day 1 Ombeko Alliance omni Bayern Munich na kwasia Bayern Munich allocated ticket of 3,779 na omo edi ama Chelsea say omo supporters amo travel no omo enso enfamra. Luis Diaz say oye super happy wan join the Bayern Munich at the right time. Corner the colleagues no omo boa no man settle ye onu ne ho da say ofri Liverpool wan join the Bayern Munich omo enso a club no. McGill a former Barca player or a Chelsea player omo ni Cologne or Sunderland and na omo recall no bana waba no or see o media grow or be prove and mark say loan am de call ya omo sa recall no obebo adwuma pa e de omti bana waba no adwuma pa na e de nani man ono enso babeye Man City omo fans no enya happy with Nancy on injury records omo star players no most of them epra ena yabeka say John Stones so every England national team ti omo ebisa what is the real issue ama Man City players no ene na we epra ochina na we enso epra Alan Shearer say oye super impressed with Hugo Ekitike starter so far wonya obia ofri another league and aba Premier League no are taken it by storm game we will be an one share goaler na ono enso are providing assist Federico Chiesa and Van Dijk say Liverpool for and register the Champions League nenso said amene Bournemouth ofri bench ebenya side decisive goal no so na no omo can to on him say game we will be an on opportunity on giving the best and for Emma Liverpool omo club no John Barnes and so akasa na Barnes say ono oye Liverpool true and true nemo akwada na friend Rio Ngomoha no oni we born po na sneak can say Liverpool for erosion no omo enu soon as and when yes say oya adinti every game na omo ma na bo every game na obo oya just 17 also omo managing the minutes nyasa omo rush boy no ama the potential no ono enso entimi enfofele Emmanuel Petit wakasa ni tunu pa oya France ni o say Liverpool fire from swapa Hugo Ekitike league no obo ebo ni ya dienti na also come market no so ekofa Alex Isaac eba e make sense bia say Hugo Ekitike obesa ne ho na kofa Isaac aba at a higher cost Emmanuel Petit or France ni enti on can be enso amani kromo ni Franco Masantuano or say a dream come true say on Messi ebebo ye player na o country man any Messi ball no on mu ball enti or the greatest of all time a dream come true say on Messi ebesi akan ade Argentina on a national team yanko tennis Carlos Alcaraz enra why adwuma nyina one Novak Djokovic and a boy na enra na enye easy cry nenso one drop even a single setting po 3 straight and na Carlos Alcaraz woto what did Novak Djokovic asem amano say or qualifier or the finals of the US Open ochuna na emema the finals na baso and Arina Sabalenka and Anisimova ebo emma finals no hwan and edge ochuna ana emema finals no and so boss non kono abo apamit aduono enkono aha na enkofo kroso nsem no yedi ebesi Dr. Amagashi yes the one and only maka said doctors for nyina ko share no omo se Amagashi and ahinche no yemfa emma because oni madwuma echi obia Dr. Nankasamu is in the house opening kese akwaba
nua
na bibia e find there
onyankopon da roma bibia
se wodin no tretre pawo
nokre
abrochire for na jiwatum bruta
nokre
opem so send so kra de na chese bibia kra se Dr. Magashi
yo edwuma pa no se nipa na epagya no
nokre
na enne no de mpese me ma nipa huni abere bia no me kase bia na me quotation title because ohwe nyankopon do mankoma obo soro ni asase a ni trimpo nyina na se nipa ebema ni trimpo ayeden adedi wo honam ntu ye nipa na se wo ho amma mfaso amma nipa wo Ghana ha ana nipa wo wiase a it means wo ho amma mfaso amma nyankopon sanso na sanfaso na ebeba ma nipa no e wo se ebama wanka sanso ade a se bi etumi di ye adwuma e wa atiase fasa su no e ya apomuden. But okay, Proverbs chapter 18, the verse number 14 was in Crophobia on my home at Tumuno, whom Nankasampo Swayale. Abra se nipa obeye ya e wose odika ye yi wo honhom ansa na pie honam enti obi on mana se na honhom swayale a oka sa wo kokko yare no honam ni nko a ɛwɔ sɛ wonye nipa onim honhom mu echiwade a sabi obetumi de aka because when you very careful na so honhom yare ɛwɔ yade a honhom na nkasa be solete nyankopɔn itimu sɛ trimponte nyankopɔn de wo ba na wontumi ameye yare bebre honom a ɛnyɛ physical asɛm yare bebre ɛyɛ spiritual ɛno ntina Yesu Kristo ka kyerɛ nipa nyina sɛ ɛnyɛ mo ne honam ni mogya na ɛde enya empanidie tumidie ahumoni omo osoro ni wiase mu sum tumfo na enega na mana no sɛ obi bo asum physical odi ne bekokoto emana ni bedie sɛ obi kura treto honam mu a odi no kokota emana ni bedie entimo atamfu nyina trase hu sɛ dabi huhu mu de so hwe asum spiritual untimi mfa mara bia ne nyere enie enu ntira Dr. Bagashi me to nsa fro se yade bia yesunsum yade bia se bi eye spiritual wonamu a enu nti wabrabo esesa no fa number ne keke na ye wokuma se maazi makru Accra e Kaswa prison junction takrade ya pawan keje government school mo techima nso ye henswa brigade ena bogos nso ye bogos power line ena kofodia highways menua de me kanie se wa ma ho amamfa so amanyankopon wanka se wa bra bokra no unhu ano enti yade na ye bonsam akonde a wode hia nipa ho emma nipa bere nu omu so mba wiase ensa wote menka na se yade bi na tatawo ana se yade yare bi egu mojam menua obetumi asomdan na obi abo pane menua obekora adaso benya hepatitis B na so benya HIV obetumi asomdaye no obi abo pane o obetumi asomdaye na nkrofo adwagu so ya bro daye sumusunsum yare no mde ma wo obetumi asomdaye na wudidi na omamma yade obetumi asomdaye na obi ye wo ho ade spiritual no wa wari ankasa kodi sunsum obetumi asomdaye na wo mma sunsum no chese wa wo magu ho enti ni ba bre won ma brabo na mo bono mo hu mo ano no sunsum na se hunhum no ya bre wo mo hunhum ankasa se enne nam so nti ohia ne aho kire obi ono betumi spiritual yare ba ko pa ma wo honam no sika nyina abehye wode ko ha nye wode ko ha nye enti Dr. Magashi de me onyankopon de duro na mame na wo anwura ni amefi anwura ba se duro na bedi mi ho na me se katwi se enti wanya wonwa mala gbona mi anwura vijijo bela amaraka ba gabremu egba machi o kala to su kokulu de sara etike ba do bonya me koso kache mi nuanom nyina se enduro na ye kana ye na nanom de sa yade no eduro na bedi mi ho eduro no me na be say eduro na ba bedi mi ho enso obi ewo yare bi na yare na esunsuma de anase yade na se bi etatawa fa number na gu TV ne so no kase o ko Dr. Magashi wo me say hospital na ye bi oba bia Kumasi ye mazi makru wudu makru junction bi so obi asa himfa na Dr. Magashi wo se o won kan patemu a Kaswa ena obi kura sidan wo Kaswa o new market wo chi wo e de amaye se yemfi baby e wo no ye mbra ho e de ba de e nyina se fa no kredi ye adwuma because any power pomuden eno na ye ade obi gifi wo nsam a wuntimi enkoje obi de mfa enko represi enti se wotime nka na wonyankopon se nipa mo honam akwa no ne spare pass nyina ya habanduro honam akwa no ne spare pass ya habanduro ensa wo se wonya habanduro ni a anka me ya sa woni nyankopon wasam because ye se wo yade a wo di apomuden be yadwuma na wo so otumi abo afoforo but wo yare enti wada ne osesefo wo yare enti nipa nyina akoba beto enti Dr. Magashi futu amene mamuni se wo yo ba na se atenkane ni ho a for number no dem wa atenka ba eno kwa atenka kwa oba bi won ma woni feelings o oba bi won ma atenka de atenka oni bi abra sebi metumi de ahabandura ma na atenka na ide aba omo pressure diabetes to ono so obi won ma pressure nti onateka ka bia na abre obi won ma bo pressure nti aflefe stroke kura e de bre no obi no stroke na kana to e ma stroke na chi na adwen ye wo omo stroke tumi chi wo ma adwen wo sa arefie ta wo omo so obeka se me kodem akofa de no bodu de mana no refi opani bi won ne kasa se onkola adwen ne ensiso menua se wotena se ma yare ne huehia ohunam a problem a obe face na de oha bebro number ne 0547 04 43 07 ana 0544 58 09 36 ye wo Kumasi mazi makru opani se de ye kanu no yade bebre wonoma emfa yade ndi agro sebi se obi kura beto obi eduru a yare na ode mawo sebi se ofie abayifo ebeye wa yare no de ma ho enu nti na maka cho say Proverbs chapter 18 the verse number 14 no was omo a wɔn honhom aso ayale no afeno wa ɔma no na yɛnsen keka nko a ɛna yale na ayɛ mi sɛ yare nti na manye ye ɛna yare nti da bɛn na ebe koni ɛna yare kra no sɛ bi Bible na ka o wɔsi yare no ma honhom so ayale a wɔbɛda ne nsɛm keka nko na befi wɔn aba abra sɛ bi eduro na bɛdi mi hɔ nsa yare ahodo no sɛ tata wa ɛno an sɛ ka sɛ okɔ Dr. Magashi wɔ ye bi ye pono de ato ama obia na ni gise wɔn sɛ ɛnam sɛ ɛyɛ yadeɛ ɛna bere nipa se yadeɛ na gu nipa nim asenti abere bi ye biem sɛ sɛ wompo wo ba na sɛ bi wo yare no ɛso kyɛn wo sika de ba ya yetimi ma akwenya ɛma wokɔ na watua na kakra because open obi on ma yare o yare na ɛso kyɛn ono akase mu o yare no so kyɛn na abusu otim because ono kwa ne ti ono kwa ne nan ba akofo diabetes onu kwa sa pressure onu ko na kura ni be ma se wu aka ho enti se ni pa we no yale ahudu we enyina tata ho a enti wani je pa e wo wiase ne sen obani when na musuro se mbe wu ntam ti o wo ntam ni de se bi anka ye hye na ni ha by se wo be yare ada ho ne ni pa tu bini wo be yare ada ho na afi no ebusuafo no se wa be ya ade so ama ho no any so be baba je duro asa wo yade because Bible crack on Genesis chapter 15 verse 15 was say nipa kra nse wo be wu a e was esi wa kokora bomu mpam enti aden no wo aba bebrebe sei eye yade na edo kronkrofo yi nipa ni je fi ho enti se wo ho na se wo mema sem kofom ana se wo ho na se wo yoba watenke ni ho wo yoba na se fibroid da wa wodiem fibroid ye wona hodo miensa ho ena fibroid ye obabi edu a onu ma bibiduro ko anya adwuma agi se okoyi tie ni ye obabi a fibroid ni du a onu ma bibiduro ko anya adwuma agi se okoyi nemu eno no ye betima kwa ma akoyi ni ama waduro sere bia emfifi biom ena fibroid no kokoyi kura na sto be se fifi enti ne papam no e wo se ye ni orthodox doctors for ni na kabom because ni ye make sure say eni ba bebre ho no ma menua yade na e ha omo no anka omunye bibidu anka bebo omo ena ni ba bi onso ho no mo kwa asofo no ncha e wo sa anka asofo no kura ka say oh yade we de fa ko hospital onu nsu sikenti obeye na akwankyere no ma oil na onunum opani udiri wa obewo wanye ke ba obewo yale kro na ede ba akwankyere no onu ni yale ya onu de opedu anom entu ye nipa ma adwene nya de enya adwuma ma adwene nya adwuma ye adwuma fiti dwada kopememenda edwada kopememenda saudu kumase kaso komazi makro Dr. Magashi wo akra ye kaso prison junction takra de ya pawan keje government school techima nso ye henso brigade takwanso ye bogo so power line ena kofodu ya highways de me kanie enche me de me kasa ne ba wiye no opani se yade a ye tudin yade kire se ebo nipa wankasa obedi yawo enti yawo ade bia no opani yare enti se wo problem bi na se fa se wo ne wo de wo to ase wo nan kokom twetwom ana se wo sisi ana se wo chinka sai ana se wo nante ka no abre wo kotodwene kura bedam wankasa tipai wo so o mensisi meye gonorrhea emema na mo mema ye nketenkete nkrofo bi wo mema ye nketenkete bi so ahonde nim mo nyina mo fa number no enka se mo ko Dr. Magashi wo number no is 0547 04 43 07 0547 04 43 07 tuanamo ne bra ye dwuma fiti dwara kopememenda branch ni nyina ye gusu ye dwuma enti tuanamo na wo yare anu aduru ababedi me ho
Dr. Magashi akpe doctor ana yete ne nka nti na me asduma na yesede e be san so doc ehia opon den wo health memfa ni agro nti numbers no koso a ne frɛ koso a na efrɛ ne kwaje wa yaresa e wo Dr. Amagashi omon enso aso ye ho nti e be sa to aso Kessben 2 points na kan 3.3 Kessben kuma ase ye ne Jackson herbal ye no mo edin komo e wa ha koso for message bra 0551 599933 0551 444933 Ghana Black Stars on Monday must win against Mali. The yenye ma yenin kunim enro hard to focus din kunim e Democracy Cup omo echi Olympics e somo kabako a Great Olympics entimi anti yene Jackson ana air to us penny for me makwaba
Yeja.
madaro man ne dia na mo de free maso e de brain
Na wa ye omo che Olympics che omo che say no mo say no
omo say 1-0 bana trophy so
masa that su ha money wan che na she no wo say no 4 dia
and
che no
oh but on some ye rivals
so o say no ba ko
sa
ye nto so pa
Jackson never said that. And I said, yeah, Betty Yaliano, I'm man Jackson. Yeah, dear, it me Yadiano, I'm man Jackson drew, a man Hotono. Reason is a nipa wapomudeni in sipi, in sita, no man kuye. No way, yan, no dra, na say Jawaju, ye, Radim Yali and become Yalianinku. Yaliano, Unya, no don't know what's become. Bruni can say, me say, there's nothing like chronic. Adeɛ bi ani hɔ a wɔ sɛ yɛadeɛ bi a ɛsɛ yɛ woko a ɛnkɔ na sɛ woanya no aduro but the Jackson Herbal Center adwe nipa ho ɔma wo aduro na aduro no wama wo no topayɛ no wama wo no nsuo tete no ne yɛ nom nsuo nko a ɛne yɛhu sɛ no nipa yi adeɛ ahodoɔ bi wɔ nipa widie mu a sɛ wode ne topayɛ no ka ne nsuo no ho nom a ɛyɛ effective ɛboa ma yɛadeɛ no tumi to aseɛ ntɛm ama hotɔ nti yɛhwɛ one scenario bi sɛ obi a ɔyɛ malaria na pɔso yɛ ne ya na ne ho no ayɛ de boho ayɛ mmerɛ ɛne yɛsua adeɛ bi sɛ ndubena bi ne nnuaba bi a ebi yɛ 20 ni ya wɔ mo se tete no wonam mu bu ya yɛ ka kyerɛ sɛ wonam no bu a sɛ wokyere ne kɔ ɛne yɛhunu sɛ malaria kyewa a ya no pɔso no honam yɛ omere nti yɛmfa saa nnuro no ɛnyɛ ne capsules na wonum a o malaria na wo mu ama honam ayɛ bɛtɛ ama ayɛ boho no wo de Jackson natural capsules no ɛnum Jackson mesia na hoto prekope aninti ama obi a obeto Jackson mesia no otimi say titiri na duro no ɛyɛ duro ɛnna so ti saa pepepe ɛkyerɛ wo sɛ o malaria duro papa ya obenum ebetumi atu malaria se afiri so ɛne sɛ obenum Jackson mesia enti wo typhoid no malaria de Jackson mesia no clear no off dada ɛne ya na ye kan saa ama wanya gidi akoto bi ɛkyerɛ wo sɛ Jackson no ɛyɛ ndubra ne yabama enuaba sɛbi broni aduro bi anka ho ɛnyɛ obi no mu de sɛbi ɔmo yɛ ana sɛdeɛ we de ɛyɛ ndubra yahwɛ ɔbɔ adeɛ bobre mu yɛ widie no sɛdeɛ sitiɛ weda no a wuti mu awie ahyi wɔ ɛne environment no ɛne yɛyɛ aduro ndi ama wo nti obi obenum aduro no bia onye ho nsusuaso papa Jackson mesia ɔbaa no bɛɛma no na ti we de amikika yɛ moguo nkomo pa me ni obedie ni sɛ bɛɛma bia ya obɔ petri yo ontie masɛmu ɔbaa bia ya na sekeka no ontie nkomo me ni beboyi wo akwala wo school ni ɛwɔ fie okɔ school a na ne white aba ɔba fie a ne kɔ okɔ school a na aba ɔba fie a na ɔkɔ afei de bɛya ne sɛ afei bo sɛ wayɛ soro ha wayɛ boho de bia akwala onye kokɔ so wayɛ hoya wayɛ horoban wadwene ho a wodi ne kɔ hospital yɛma na duro ne kɔ na samba na samba ene good news na me ma watie tie ni 0244 72 35 41 0244 72 35 41 na wo de frɛ numbers yi na o hawo no yɛma wo anu aduro nom ne ntu ya de ase ananso obetimi akɔ drugstore bi e bengo ene yɛ mo obi din ne agya obi bia wonim sɛ yɛto aduro no bowura hɔ busa sɛ opɛ Jackson product ni bi na de bɛma wo yadeɛ asietu na etimetu yadeɛ no ɛna meka wasɛm afei de me kan no na me sɛ bɛma bia na bɛma ayɛ ketwa ɛso ateɛ ni mu duro no ɛkɔ ahoɔden ɛwɔ mu no ɛso ate no ka sɛ na no bi nya infections na wonya ya no ɛnna ɛma obo petri yoyi nti nkoto ma duro no na ɛmoa ɛyɛ okwa okoto de yɛde fa ho de yɛde numu de yɛde tuewu ɛmoa ɛnya ohwe de ɛma ne nya ohwe ne sɛ yadeɛ no ɛwɔ mu no asɛ wo sako yadeɛ no wanko ɛna auto sɛ de mu bɛyɛ din wabregu Jackson Herbal Center say to Jackson natural capsules no to Jackson mesha wuyi tupa yɛ mienu na de anom anapa wiɛ ne animre bɛmɛ na saa de mu pae mienu de mu ya wo ya wo to ase atwetwe ase nkotodwe ase wa ho apomodene NCP na infections nti wuntimi nkonko wanimu no Jackson natural capsule Jackson mesha na yi saa babaso yi saa infections no ama ho ato bɛrima ne sɛ wodwo nso ntɛntɛm na wodwo nso asɛ bi kam afei wodwo nso asɛ wokyem kakra asɛ woto ase ahoma no a ɛfa hɔ no ɛyɛ wo ya ɛmu twitwom na wonhunu wo ho ano a deɛ yɛka kyerɛ wo ne sɛ tɔ yaxin mixture na watɔ yaxin natural capsules woyi wei mmienu na ade ne nsuo no anom woyi wei mmienu na ade ne nsuo no anom na ɛbɛboa ma infections no a ɛnaa no school time ɛnaa no bi dadaada wonyaayɛ no a wowo se wokoyɛ ɛkɔ na wanom aduro obi se ɛyɛ a na biribi fufuo bi fitaa bi ɛwɔ ne bɛma no ne mu keka ne pɛpɛpɛ emu yɛ ne ya asɛ biribi te sɛ nkokɔdue nenam ne ho wadwene ho ɛtɔda na ne tirim ne ho keka no wanom kookɔ aduro bi a ɛwɔ wiase ɛnkɔ ɛyɛ infections mesrɛ wo nom yaxin mixture ɛne yaxin natural capsules wotɔ no nsuo watɔ no to payɛ fa nom na mmom muntie ne yie sɛ woyɛ ɔbaa woyɛ bɛrima wokunu nyɛ bi a mepakyɛ yɛ atɔ bi ma again why to bi ma bodo wo sɛ magye nka ka asɛm bi akyerɛ wo
aha ne problem na
yɛ
face ɛna manom nnuru ahodoɔ bebrebe ɛnkɔɔyɛ ɔdɔfo a wohwɛ yɛn mepakyɛ otie ne yie wo school time a wonya infection no onko na wotreatie yareɛ no ankɔ ɛtetɛ hɔ wonyi ne yɛyi wone maame ama hyia wone sister afia akɔda wone hwanhwa ne yɛhyia na ɔbaa bi a wone ne bɛhyia bia nso yareɛ no sɛ ɛwɔ ɔbaa ho atumi de 2 years na ɔnhuni esie no bɛrima deɛ nansa na nan na ɛyi ne ho adi nti mepaakyɛw wɔ infection na sɛ wopɛ sɛ wo treat ma ne kɔ a aduro no a wonom no wo partner tie sɛ wowɔ partners a ɛwɔ sɛ woma partner biara bi ɛna wo partner nso a ɛwɔ sɛ woma partner no bi ɛn woanhyɛ wo ho so ɛnyina baabi nom aduro no na wowie aka sɛ manom aduro meyareɛ nkɔe kwaa meto asoma me
nti saa yadeɛ no a ɛnkɔ no ɛna doctor akyerɛkyerɛ mu yi mesrɛ wo woyɛ bɛrima a wo bɛrima yɔ no a ɛnsipi no n'ano asɛm menka ndɛ ɛyɛ n'ano bi asɛm ɛna ankɔ nti ɛna ma wo mɛma no nkɔ yie nom yaxin mixture ɛne yaxin natural capsules hwɛ adeɛ bi a ɔmo se prostate enlargement hwanhwan ɛdeɛndeɛn dodoɔ no a yɛ saa nneɔma wei ɛna yɛntimi ntiti ne yie ɛno nti wotaa gye dwonsɔ hyɛ wo ho kyɛ agyae ɛmmoa wo mesrɛ woyɛ bɛrima a dwonsɔ de wo akɔ dwonsɔ ɛde wo a kɔ dwonsɔ mfa nhyɛ wo ho bɛrima deɛ ɛmmoa wo ɔbaa deɛ nyɛ hwee but bɛrima deɛ waadeɛ no nti yɛsrɛ wo ɛyɛ afotuo ne nkɔmmɔbɔ yɛsua deɛ no at least yɛtɔn aduro but ɛsɛ sɛ yɛma wo deɛ woyɛ a ɛbɛboa ma yadeɛ no aba soɔ no atumi akɔ na no meka no baabi obi sɛ na abɛtɔn waduro adɛn na akasa me se nimpa biara a ɔwɔ wiase yɛn Africa man yi mu no ɛsɛ sɛ nka at least every blessed day wotu awia for 20 minutes or 30 minutes kɔgyina wiem kakra yɛne a ɛtetete offices ɛne adeɛ no wode ɛyɛ a to bo ase wohu sɛ awia no abɔ a kɔgyina mu for at least 20 minutes or 30 minutes anaasɛ sua ɛten fa wo no ato fam nka wogyina awie no mu no na wo no adafo na wokɔba for 20 minutes at least ɛboa wo ɛma yi yareɛ firi wo so yaxin ɛna de saa adeɛ brɛ wo ɛma woaduro no a wonom no atumi asa wo yadeɛ yie ɛma woankasa hwɛ ma mema wo mmaa asuban bi ɔbaa nase keka no a nase yɛ ne hene nsuo bi ba pimples bi sisi hɔ yɛ anana dwen sɛ menstrual disorders menstrual pains ɛno nti bon sɛ ɛdeɛ no mma yie no na dwen sɛ ɛyɛ menstrual disorders saa na wɔka no but no yɛ fi sɛ infections bi a ɛwɔ no ho no ɛdɔɔso ɛne na ma ɛyɛ na meka sɛ bɛrima biara sɛbe bɛrima ho ba yɛ nsuo no ɛnyɛ bucket baako ɛyɛ dɛ na bɛsi to so nyinaa afoi dwene ho biem calculate hwɛ adeɛ nu atere baako no na ɛyɛ dɛ na ayi ka ne sɛ bɛsi to so nyinaa sɛ yie ɛkyerɛ wo sɛ biribi wɔ hɔ nneɛma bi nkɔ yie na mesrɛ wo ɔbaa ɔpante ase draw Ghana map ɛyɛ dɛ na ada ne brownwish ɛyɛ biribi pampan yɛ wɔ mu no nkɔ yie afei wɔnya infections nti ma woahu sɛ ɛduro yaxin mixture ɛne yaxin natural capsules wonum ne nsuo no a no ne to payɛ ɛboa wo yi saa nsu bɔne pampan yɛ wɔ mu deɛ ɛyɛ toro deɛ ɛyɛ sɛ nkuruma ɛnkɔ yie no ma ho atɔ yaxin wode frɛ nɔma si 0244 72 35 41 0244 72 35 41 anaasɛ sɛ 0244 26 23 13
13
0244
0244
26
26
23
23
13
13
baabi a yɛto abibiduro tobi nom ne nto yɛde ase ma ho ntɔ 2 minutes tie hwɛ Yaksin Herbal Center se obi a wodwale a wuti wo ho opose wani wuti fa tumi dwaw woyem tumi tim wafuru bo wiem ya na wafuru ai kapo woyem bubom se na yeso nkwe yesi anajo nketenkete na acho nka kasa chi wa mepe wako akase ndi ni muodu na nketenkete yɛ den wotumi chi wo ɛyɛ haw na aba wo sasabro wo kooko a mesrew Yaksin co capsules ɛne Yaksin mesha na fa yewoduru ɛno a obi kan se ma ne yɛ me de me ne gye na ɔsi ya me ba me mfa ntudwa ɛna me ka kyerɛ no sɛ ɔsi na ne hwe aho nyinaa ɔyɛ bɛma wu ne hwe aho nyinaa kooko agye ho nyinaa fa yɛ bɔ nkɔ nam so ɔnyene sɛ wobɛtumi anom Yaksin co capsules continuous for 1 month pa wobɛhu results ɛno a me hɔ no ɔfrɛ me sɛ ei wokanyo adeɛ ne nyinaa kɔ nam sɛ ɛyɛ dɛ na kɔɔyɛ ɔsi hwɛ makɔ hospital yawo me paneɛ ma yɛ nneɔma nyinaa me nom Yaksin co capsules no kooko bi afifiri me baabi no ne nyinaa ato ne nyinaa ɛso ne nyinaa firi so nti mesrɛ kɔtɔ aduro na ɔbaa de me wɔ sikiti bi ma wo sɛ ɔbaa a wɔpɛ sɛ wɔafo abɔ wiem kɔ fam na wonya flatomia nom Yaksin co capsules ɛne Yaksin mesha 0244
0244
72
72
35
35
41
41
0244
0244
72
72
35
35
41
41
baabi a ɛtɔ bibiduro fo ni kyerɛ hɔ busa Yaksin mesha 1 minute
anafoɔ Yaksin ho nkɔmmɔbɔ na yɛde ma wɔ no na yɛtuufo sɛ sɛne bɛyɛ a wo ho bɛtɔw na sika bɛtena fie na wagya nnuro ahodoɔ ne akɛseɛ tɔ no wode yɛn sɛ wobɛbusa Yaksinfoɔ ase sɛ dɔkta mehia yaresa sɛdeɛ yare ntie bia ne yɛ amɔ yare din sɛ abere mehia yaresa na aba yɛ nkyɛn de a ɛneɛ sɛdeɛ yare ntie biara no wote si kenken ɛda mo nyinaa ase
yɛda mo nyinam nso ase Yaksin Herbal no mu din kɔn no sɛ Laka ɛtena ase fa message no ɛbra 0551 599 933 0551 444 933 Yaksin Herbal na yɛte ɔmo nka no
Action program yi eso Kessben television Kessben 9.3 Kessben 92.9 Accra na fe mo monitor program no live DSTV channel 364 DSTV channel 364 and afi mo monitor Go TV channel near 121 Otienka enso Kessben TV Plus mo share live enso ho ba mo nyina kwa babiom eba final whistle dwumadi eso Andy Kem
Nora
say yeah
ho adaro
ade achebia ena eme ndan krankra tumienu kan na yepegye mu na fe holistic news enso atoa so de amayen number ne 0551599933 0551599933 na edru say ye bie lines no so a number no 0551444933 also ye bie lines na wafrɛ na wakyerɛ wadwen amanone ani efie pii messages no enso abegum gidi pa sɛ amanone Tony Montana de bae no ho messages na mo de bae momodia sɛ discussions na ye no ha no ɛno ho message na obehwɛ na also do contribution aba Andy
Sadio
right you room
okay do you me sha say dia me sha say from coach FN Eric Ten Hag na you know obaye mem ho a mpempi ta complaining about coaches a omo ye adwo mo e wo fie na omo players wo fie omunya adwuma abehu na omo pese omo fa kwan bia so eja players na omo ho ne kwan na omo kofo omo nkrofo deba na se wo ko Europe o hwe the stories a eba fa coach e friend Eric Ten Hag ho a difference no embunku abibrebe Ten Hag story ne ye de said Ten Hag ye coach a oye adwuma na sa he belong to the agency of Sports Entertainment Group ye from the SEG Sports Group agency e hold on ye adwuma na ono de na adwuma ba ko a oye ne say the moment I do team be man no onya ba pe e kwan adwuma a oya ne so ne nkrofo a ono omo ye adwuma with the same agency no de omo ba to be fair to him so hwe Bayern 04 Leverkusen team na wakọ akọfa na we ye team a omo ko unbeaten by winning the Bundesliga omo ko the Europa Cup final in Dublin e o da Aviva Stadium against Atlanta Gianpiero Gasparini's team omo etimi share omo by 3-0 na tejo o hwe sa team na Javier Alonso de conquer the Bundesliga na ene omo tutu team num tokro bebrebe so fa chiri ho a Jonathan Tah ko Bayern Munich Pierre Hincapi enso ababe piem ewo Arsenal oba emfinfin ho oba right side Jeremy Frimpong ababe piem wo Liverpool oba emfinfin ho Granel Xhaka ababe piem ewo Sunderland Victor Boniface eko Werder Bremen Florian Wirtz ababe piem wo Liverpool it is we check the spine of the team no from Pierre Hincapi, Jonathan Tah, Oba midfield of Granel Xhaka, Oka Abrantia, your friend Florian Wirtz, now Oka Victor Boniface. The spine of the Bayer 04 Leverkusen team as do a boo. It's team na ho dia ba fem. And Omokofa Ten Hag by say because of a Jumo Baba ye Edema Yas, knowing very well how you work with special talent, na otimi improve or develop or talent no more be stars no say adwuma na omra meye bi emfa ma Leverkusen the first 2 games anko ye and empanimfo so omuja ne kwan na omuja ne kwan reason omo de ba abonten ne say so omokofa player bi aba opani other TV so say do ompe players a ono omo the same agency na medical ka ne agency ne ho asem so fa SCG group agency na Seju agency the coaches are almost so and omo ye adwuma ebi te se Pep Guardiola former Barcelona player Mark van Bommel and Eric Ten Hag omo na the coaches in that particular group and then Ruben van Persie so eka ho so omo players are Rasmus Hojlund the days at Manchester United no or the Hojlund by or the Andre Onana by or the Anthony by these were 3 players and no omo nyina ye adwuma with the same agency and or the omo by Osan eko eye by 04 Leverkusen ni sejo sa system na no person ode omukọ ene mpanimfo se da bi omompre e ma no nye sa adwuma no because there are a lot of players e wo wiase nyina Argentina wo say players aw no omo agency nko na mpempi no try say ode omo eba nte Ten Hag na smart say ni last 2 adwuma wonya na enkoye ni sejo e wo so oti ase say football na aye bo no wo interest are important. But your interest should not supersede the interest of the club. By 04 Leverkusen, omo history, omo niema omo ye no ma yato ansa na oba. Ini kwa se de bia no players out the free agents in Kwana Zejo or deba. Enti Ten Hag started on in different from Pempi de ya ete hun locally. Ni raise concern say Argentina coaches etifia na player etifia. Omo nya adwuma na omo so omo players ni neba. The same thing and ekoso in Europe and Leverkusen are saying that they will not accept that. Sejo over the Premier League ni man. Liverpool akoto Abrantia yefen Alexander Isak. Na otie omo mabo Premier League bi da MPP. Omo so interest ye adwuma. Entiti obi ti say Emmanuel Petit. Ni club ni Hugo Ekitike. Ekitika bo 2 games, I hit 2 goals. E na omo ka say ehia bebrebe se nka o Liverpool spend sika ekokoto eye Isak edeba. Sejo ade ba ko a e wo so obi ate ase ne say in recent times in the Premier League, maka na mesa kasi subi. So pese Premier League na oje na o say defend ya. E wo so nya nyema slunko. E wo so nya players a omo ye motivated to win. Players a omo so be ba sisa nyema in your team. And in the previous years, ye nya teams as do omo ma forwards bebrebe in a season. Liverpool, Cody Gakpo is playing well. Mo Salah, whether he plays well or not, in the legendary status, and in the numbers or the Bema season, no, Untimin Casa or Benchano. In the absence of the late Diego Jota and Darwin Nunes, Liverpool called for a striker. But say, Joe, minima de Conti, a lot of people are raising concerns about the sack signing. So far, men found question in Ferguson time. Men found question and call a year Arsene Wenger time. But say, Joe, so share a year in recent times. Teams are more in the Premier League. Let's pick the Manchester City team of coach your friend Roberto Mancini. The first time I did the Premier League. Say Joe, in the game against QPR, so can they set another bar? They had Carlos Tevez and Sergio Aguero in the starting lineup. So for more bencher, no more 2 strikers in Mario Balotelli and then Edin Dzeko on the bench. And to share Roberto Mancini era at Manchester City, say Joe, 4 strikers and ultimate G Premier League no. Now Pep Guardiola, Pep, Ewo Sergio Aguero. Okofra Gabriel Jesus Babeka too. And also the Bayer so dominant within the setup and or the G Premier League, you know. Sergio, so Liverpool under Klopp. Now Roberto Firmino, no Mo Salah, no Sadio Mane, or the Diego Jota by. Time of Firmino yemre no Kofa Luis Diaz Babeka ho. Into more front three, no more options. E wo team nim. Sergio, and so for Liverpool. Na yem fan say, o man fa Isaac. Ba omo boko di Gapo, omo bo Mo Salah, omo bo Hugo Etikite. Se obi ti se Kodi Gapo pra, omo wo Federico Chiesa o free nchen a obeba abehim di ama omo solid. Mo Salah free ho a ehwan na beba. And omo ja have Yeli Otomaniko into on the right side, it is either a makeshift into the obi ti se Dominic Szoboszlai na beko because Dominic Szoboszlai at RB Leipzig, he was used as a mezzala. A half midfielder, a half winger. Into the neighbor the right side of the midfield, or what did they bought your friend number 7 now? Dominic Szoboszlai beat me about. But ask yourself, in the absence of Eye Hugo Etikite, who is going to lead the line? Who be any midfield no more options. Endo Wataru for Gravenberch, Bawa or more Alexis McAllister, or more Dominic Szoboszlai, or more Curtis Jones for all these 3 midfielders. You metia but any money dear. So man for Isaac Ama. Now say Ekitike ko pra. Said you, there was nobody to lead the line. Inti no na ma Chelsea. Time Dela Pupra na straight away. Omo kache Nicola Jackson say, baby ani deal na duru bia no nya nomra because omo hia obi a say eye João Pedro ni ho a obetimi abo. Inti Magiu Echo loan was Sunderland. No obi ani say okwa start okwa 3rd choice striker ho. Chelsea are recalling it back because Jackson was not ready to come back. Omofre David Washington from Brazil so omra because in the absence of João Pedro, the last time Tariq Lamptey Nicolidi, Tariq George Nicolidi line, who be lose personality up front. And in football, one area is so important to have your potent man, your predator up front. Into Liverpool with Gapo, with Salah, Sergio, so more bo Ekitike, ene Isaac. Anabako Tranchanya mi who boni bi again. In as much as Ekitike sika ne Dawson no said you Alexander Isak is a proven player in the Premier League. One of the best strikers in the Premier League. Ekitike so te bench and Fahima. I feel the one the first call up to the French national team. And in the national team, he is not a starter. Or more galaxy of stars around. Who are France team Nenra? Kylian Mbappe, Dembele, Michael Olise, Marcos Thuram Mai, Ousmane Dembele, and then Ansana Hugo Ekitike Kraba. And he said, yo, say Ekitike te bench, na Isaac Eba. mean who difference be I won't because in the absence of Andy Cole and Dwight York, United had Terry Sheringham and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. In the absence of Carlos Tevez and Sergio Leonel Aguero, the Manchester City team had Balotelli and Deco. Actually, Juventus Saba Beka home almost Sankofa, Averno Gredu Babeka. Options up front. And Liverpool come teaching no Champions League, Carabao, Premier League, and then all the other competitions there by Africa. Said you Obia strengthening the team. Charles team no. 2 positions every area. But be our mind say, baby or more 3 positions. Look at the Chelsea team. In as much as a potential and talented players, almost watch show baby. Even Manchester United quite a bow match said you. This time Omo team no omo so atwani mu amani mu ayese. Nti if you really want to win the Premier League, win the Champions League, Sergio, you should make sure so obenya a squad depth that is ready to compete, a squad depth that will give you options. And I think that is the reason why Liverpool echo for such quality. No? Let's accept it and hope, says Sergio. Coach FN and Slot betting me rotate to in some games. Na nyemeti mi akoyi ediamo. And no Italy national team no etimi winning against Estonia. Na Sergio, World Cup here ebebasui. Eye World Cup a mimi gidie tire me say South Africa nyema yi a yebetimi akoye nimpa. Se yi nyema yi a yebetimi akoye nimpa. Me reasons nyina ne say
ye bia yen kasa.
O say
ye bia yen kasa.
Ye bia kan ba Sergio so hwe in recent times.
Ne man kiti ne man kiti.
Eno ya na mentality.
The bia.
Yeka.
Ne man kiti
no.
Na sa ne man kiti na akwa high.
Yes.
The bia ne man kiti.
Yes. But you know, yen hwe World Cup no. Ye bia ye kwa kobo World Cup a hwe Italy. Hwe Germany. Hwe France. Hwe Spain. Sisi England ababe kan kesefo no. Hwe Brazil, hwe Argentina. We money the big guys when it comes to the World Cup, Uruguay. But you say, oh, hey, in recent times, and I say, oh, shit, nah. And then, how many African countries in the best slow Italian national team there? How many of them? How many African teams in the best slow the German national team there? And these are two key countries when it comes to the Coupe du Mondial. Omumi and Ubia of 4-4. Italy are failing to qualify for the last two World Cup. Germany in the last World Cup was nothing to write home about. Even that after 2014, it ended in embarrassment in 2018 World Cup in Russia. In 2022, it was another embarrassment under Hansi Flick. In Koyim from Momo national team no. And so you look at their situation the last time they played Slovakia. And some Koyim from Momo. Enti Abranti a your friend Antonio Rudiger. And omodo omaso ensemu nyina aba abeso ano so say ne modebon abafem. Granted, ne modebon dey abafem because even at Real Madrid now say omo check omo options now. Rudiger is behind the Heisen and then Abranti a friend Eda Militao. Germany ho odisa. Italy ho odisa. You know even the Spanish national team ye nyina yo bo omo din general. The Spanish national team omo ya de omo midfield ne omo talented players. But you know these are not players as the Javis, the Iniestas, the David Sanchez Villa, the Fernando Torres, the enhanced and a little mad more 4 and 5 years ago. We remuka crab ya obetimi remo and you enti omu teams in you baby. Now you talk about Argentina and then Brazil. So far Argentina omu di omo you omo ho den was no. Now Brazil Carlo Ancelotti will make amends and probably because options are available, no, he need to build a collective play. No matter about your baby, BB. And I'll talk about England. The consistent play of the Three Lions of England. And they said the only team is mature to that level. And the presence of Thomas Tuchel, no, said you, more chance the next World Cup. France forward, the options are available. And the consistent display in major tournaments in recent times, no, so that option is say, if you are talking about the favorite Omoho, but say you, win Portugal as well. Basajo, so hit teams we are. Morocco and Spain about 3-3 in 2018 World Cup. And that was a game Morocco should have won. Yehu Morocco against Portugal in the last World Cup. And yehu be. And I think that the good thing for Africa is that so far your cathedrals now, with the exception of Cameroon, and in Nigeria for no more the Omoyada power for said you. All the big guys obieli do online enra Morocco saw Niger mu no otuadum komuni bia nsi host team keto ani ho a resounding victory 5 na wa je no akotena baby 5 no akotena baby said yo
also we mu a
pa no
we boss 6 games we win 18 points
yes one
this man country
yes one common discuss team keto ani ho South Africa so Lesotho 3-0 with their second string team. South Africa team normally say Lesotho no said you. Omo bo be Rodwan Williams. The midfielder Mokoena and omo ball omo led back Modiba. Alex Modiba on the left. Asa omo the 3 players are omo best started on Monday against Nigeria and the boy. omo ma Lesotho 3 oba ya no agiko omo ma ohunu se den level ni omo nko discuss say football dey obi ehunu bo and akra team keto obi ani o
you go share ni je intimi ni
je ni abaya press conference
ehunu bo there are no minnows in football na they are first
yeah they are yes
Morocco so
5 simple and no Egypt omo so omo no omo do omo atodo na no Cameroon so ayimu no omo so obo no kotene chire obe fight ya Sudan fight ya Senegal so omo 2
yeah
omo be mo hu level
yes
and that is the standard sejo
also kwa na Sudan show
yes okona wo ne Niger Chad ne ye dia ba be se park nye Chad say wa ne ye dia ba be se bo ne Chad bodra no ba be discuss
obi ehunu bo o hunu bo na also okọ
yes
unko anim
say Real Madrid to wa say Alaves fo hunu bo nti omo nko omo anim Barca fo to omo say Levante fo hunu bo nti omo nko omo anim
Madrid ko Kazakhstan na Kairat Almaty
asho won say obi hunu
bo no minus in football
Sergio no nti let's do the right thing and I'm saying that Sergio the European teams that will appear at the next World Cup mid-year and so special even Argentina that won the World Cup the last time Franco Mastantuano Moana Esemba enyu bia in Africa here near here so I think that this year we can make amends. The Morocco team once again is still scary and Egypt for na yedin obi an kon say no mo hye nkrofo sa so and clearly omuso omko World Cup omuso nyade especially omu go beyond the borders of Africa omu nyade but here can only say AFCON no Sergio, ye can you AFCON. Ye mobility attention ye flow. But this December we are playing the AFCON. And Sergio, this is the time for the Atlas Lions. Omuni excuse to be almost since 1976. Amu winning with Ethiopia against the Silly Nationals. Omun team nibi. But you know, the Moroccan team arrival. I'm expecting them to show up in this AFCON ever. Luckily for them, they are playing the tournament at their own backyard. And in recent times, tournament be or ma host to be about no dispatch. And I'm expecting them, says Joe. This time, dear, it is the time for Morocco to win the AFCON. And yeah, easy. Because Omama Muchini Musala and Soba. We're still talking about the Senegal team. It almost almost first, but we're still talking about the Senegalese side. Tunisia for the almost almost quiet. They are beating teams left, right, center. And the South Africa team, for me, you know, Hugo Bruce at Chile said, football, you're the players never. But when you build your locally very well, now so utiminya a very good coach, obetimi ensemble stars namawa, you are good to go. Inti said your Africa here and year the next World Cup, I think we can make a statement over there.
All right, Dr. Franco Naro.
General, Africa here and year, a bit my baby. But all teams now, they are in a good position to qualify now. They are not teams that Areshemu tournament until Morocco did it to the semi-final in the Qatar 2022 World Cup. Africa highest was the quarterfinals. Ghana, what do you call it? Senegal and Cameroon. And they so hit table no fame pa. There are likely some casualties. Nigeria is languishing in Group C in 4th position with just 7 points. South Africa leading with 16 points. So obviously Nigeria there it be a second place be no ultimately now when your chance to say playoff for baby into Nigeria it's a potential casualty. Major teams are omuwo potential say omuko represent Africa World Cup on betmakomani. Look, Group F we are very dicey and interesting. As we speak, Cote d'Ivoire in leading Group F with 19 points, Gabon 18 points. But general Cote d'Ivoire situation here dicey in that group, even though after my day 7, they are on top. And then they have a game in Gabon against Gabon. That game will define Cote d'Ivoire and Gabon fate. Because omu 2 matches after this game will be there for. Say Gabon form a kitanono. So to me, Cote d'Ivoire nepe. It means that Gabon goes to 21 first. No better first. Cote d'Ivoire remains 2nd position in 19 points. Na January, Gabon, the other games are against Gambia away and then against Burundi at home. And it looks like Gabon is more likely to win their last 2 games after this game. Cote d'Ivoire will have a game against, I think, Seychelles and then another game. Seychelles and I think Kenya also. There are games Cote d'Ivoire could easily win because the Kenya one is at home. In Tiasi say omumi no, and ne game no, a make or break, which it looks more likely for Gabon. It means that Cote d'Ivoire and Shea, we are going to probably miss Cote d'Ivoire at the World Cup, probably miss Nigeria at the World Cup. Even Cameroon, they are playing well. No? Cameroon soon they. Omni Keved. Keved is on 16 points on top. Cameroon second position with 15 points. So Cameroon should be a dicey. And for me, Africa Bedia sometimes teams never represent here very important. There are some teams omokwa demfa. Obey the Tunisia obeko. Onko yeshi ho. Egypt ya zomkodruwa unhu de beye. Enene bi o mama mu she beka mu sala hona.
Senegal too was second.
Senegal so ya another team on so
DR Congo.
Omuso ni DR Congo. Senegal currently the second ana.
No, share or share
O share no antino. Oba be that.
No, Sudan you know 12.
Yes.
Ah, okay.
No, Sudan you know
Senegal 15 now.
Yeah.
And a DRC was 16.
So 1 point difference.
1 point difference. Inti Senegal so de any dicey.
Interestingly, doc. Omo okay kan nyina. Next game so mo no behia. Yes. So say o Cote d'Ivoire group no. Oni Gabon na behia. Keved ne Cameroon and eba behia. DR Congo ni Senegal and eba behia.
Wow.
So
these games
and no be decided
match day 8
and no be decided between them tempo.
And it's general sometimes you look forward to say the likes of Senegal, Nigeria, Cameroon, Cote d'Ivoire, these traditional omunya chance ya na omu chances so be progress.
Cote d'Ivoire so World Cup almost disappoint you.
Almost World Cup
among Koyina they've never progressed beyond the group stage. Niena omu very good chance was Brazil 2014.
Yeah.
Okay, no money Colombia, no money Japan, and of course Greece.
I see.
They won against Japan 2-1. And now money Greece ni Colombia no omudi ko war. And that was that.
The man you could have beaten Colombia in the first half.
Yes. Very, 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 very good chance. I
agree with you. So Cote d'Ivoire has failed to deliver at the World Cup.
Was it okay? The first 2 ones Germany 2006 and South Africa 2010. Among phone is a Mokoto group. Because 2006 now they were a group with Holland and Argentina. And of course, not Serbia. And Brazil, South Africa 2010, now Portugal, and Brazil.
So it means that previous you now blame
the third one at least relatively easier kakra.
Yeah. Now make their 200 the South Africa. Abibia here say afidi beko yi. Especially when the numbers have also increased. But Andy, who sham Crawford na qualify na e bia Morocco na currently. But
that is the best team in Africa in terms of the World Cup.
Musa I made for Andy so say oh yeah say expanding numbers no at least you benya nkoso for ni big Jordan money so if you can get some of them you should be able to manage
round of 16.
Yeah, there could be probabilities depending on
Africa we are looking to see an African team in either final or semi-final again. Because the limit was always the quarter-final. At the Qatar, we made it to the semi-final. And to see expect we should improve there. As a chance at least be two being called semi-final and now Kunko final. That is when we can call it improvement, which is very difficult. But let's see, qualifiers so March the 8th okay. General, my final comment is got to do with Kylian Mbappe. And we go no share Edna by the same level with Thierry Henry as France's all-time second top scorer. Yenim say Olivier Giroud is France all-time top scorer. Honestly, sometimes so transnational bisa say great players are about France. Na why na she go do Parma France is Olivier Giroud, not even Thierry Henry. Giroud was one of the underrated strikers, but the national team had so much confidence in him. And then Mefa Mbappe, Onyan 51 goals for France, we call it Thierry Henry. Among us, I shall say the comparison between Kylian Mbappe and Thierry Henry. But normally, such debate, now we are there to 12 in the upper hand. One interesting thing is that Thierry Henry's claim to fame came somewhere in 1998 when as part of the French national team at age 20. Omni France conquer area. Fast forward 20 years later, Kylian Mbappe at age 19 also led France to win or to conquer the world again in 2018. And then we are comparing the two. Interesting thing is Kylian Mbappe, if you are talking about goals per game ratio, and Kylian Mbappe is more prolific than Thierry Henry because in the 51 goals or the just 91 games, and actually Thierry Henry needed 123 games and San Wetima make this. That is 31 more games than Kylian Mbappe. It looks like Mbappe is in pole position, say, Obesabe sign Olivier Giroud as all-time top scorer for France and probably the most capped. On the titles in Munich, Olivier Giroud, a player who both games who do par the Ama France national team. No player who should go to do par at the Ama France national team is Olivier Giroud, 137 games. Kylian Mbappe has to do about 46 more games to catch up in terms of most capped. Now, Hessen and saying games and a and 10 competitions be brabana. I think say Prebi and Memoir. Kylian Mbappe is more likely to take over from Olivier Giroud and 6 games there. Me assure say I have you crown kone we no na watch it Ura pen Olivier Giroud. Kylian Mbappe for me is a super boy.
All right. But Olivier Giroud has done well because he's the least of the
names now better than
almost strikers no more assemble oh in terms of technical quality
but the act of scoring
the art of scoring one said Henry Modiano difference and they say Mbappe has been starting all along. But Thierry Henry for 123 now or they say goes now. The France 98 he was a super
virtually. After Euro 20.
Yes, Euro 2000. And also say lead. Unlike the other strikers almost 30 or more boss because the likes of Kovac and other strikers were playing ahead of Thierry Henry. Yes, were playing ahead of Thierry Henry. Olivier Giroud, Olivier Giroud.
Ye bobo so nkrankra dumienu na ye bepedie mu memenda ye betrase a weekend no activities ahodo ye bekoso fa agudie mu nsem no na ye betrase bobo so nkrankra na fi jade aka no ema monso mo bam na mo be kire mo adwen enche be fie na ye be local discussions no enso kakra na ye kofa Africa kakra awol de be wuram ho ye dinka bobo so nkrankra nenso no de be wuram ye na US Open no so no man final no nyame yaduma ene na eba so nyame yaduma otena na mema no so final no and so eba so enra Alcaraz or the Djokovic Hanam you know what you tu
bra poma yemre kaka Djokovic said there power no ne ade nyina aba for I say na no me hu Venus Williams say all doubles some say wow Venus is still playing
at age 45
at 45 yes
45
yeah
wow Venus only say ko Asia ni bi na pay
okay, na yemere and also enyina. I think Otuado doesn't deserve to be a coach. But what he said, at first we were all supporting him to succeed. But how can you compare Ghana to Chad? How many players can Chad produce? Addison, Benny, Udiwe, Ifri, Kaswa, Accra, and Breyen. Gone were the days. When Montari, Apia, Jan, Essien, and others were ever ready to die for the country, but not these ones. As they're taking all that money from the country, all that their coach, all that he does best is to give loose stock. Please, FIFA should ban the Black Stars from every competition. I also pray we don't qualify to the World Cup because there will be a disaster. That the KD Ashoman Estate down ɛhɔ ɛna wode wei nso ɛfiri ɛba amanfoɔ sɛ ma Black Stars wei nkɔ World Cup o na ɔmo yam hyehyɛ wɔn good morning sir why the Black Stars always why do they always spoil our bet? Otto Addo is just a scout, not a coach, and we're giving the whole national team to him. Okay. While there are best coaches out there, like Mahavi Reina, Theophilus, Edwin Ifri Takwa, and so Abreye and Anopei. But the results yesterday, our coach Otto Addo is insulting Ghanaians. How can you tell us there are no minnows in football? I don't blame him. I blame the people who appointed him for us. Ghana, Nana Safo, Edwin Ifri Accra, Westland, and so Ebeka program here home. Ebeba Nafi, Yabe others no, and so dear. Okay, Tawia, Sir Tawia Himako Kobin. Good morning, Sir Joe and your team. Let Andy Kem know that these African countries are lucky to qualify. Kessben, Gabon, Congo, and South Africa. These countries cannot stand the rest of the world. They will disgrace Africa. I tell you, so I didn't know.
They are likely to qualify.
They are likely, okay, likely.
I'm sure the word should be likely.
Okay. They are likely.
Yes.
Okay.
Not just so omo qualifier. Omo ntimi ko ye hwe.
Okay. And no answer Franco Cheche, but the fact of the matter is that Morocco is the only African nation to play in the semi-finals of the World Cup. And the next World Cup I is here hopes via. I don't think you hope be South Africa. I don't think it's about Dr. Congo. I don't think it's about Ghana. If Morocco is available, obviously there will be the team of be able watching out for them to show up.
And the DR Congo team, no, they have quality.
No, it is not.
Yeah, sure, Mopa.
Yes, started.
No,
one Bisaka started.
More quality.
I would say Atamas Waku, or more backline, Chancellor and
But some now, Papa Nick and say likely DLC qualified.
Yeah.
Kessben qualified, Gabon qualifier already.
For DR Congo, it may depend on group and building, but pay the quality of Monuseju.
Utanye na Morocco no ni dano so no okopem rocker like okwakohia team bi any of the knockout phase pine na pem rock.
Yeah.
Na akohia but do about phobia we need almost we dey pem rock bia we.
The Morocco team no bet me stand toe to toe to most of the teams in Europe.
What was 7 matches? We win 7 matches.
And yet this Morocco team beat Brazil.
Yes.
The Senegal and England.
Yes.
The interesting thing is most of them are still there.
They are still there.
Yeah, virtually.
And Ibrahim Diaz Asaba Beckham.
And I say who say Elias Ben Segir and not guy no ball Monaco guy.
And the people swing she say Hakim on level no e kosro.
Hakim.
Say Madra e fit no ba na level no kosro. Until at least they will be matching these guys.
They have team.
Yes.
They have team.
Egypt was a 19 point.
Yeah, 19 point. On our team, on Burkina.
Egypt for you knew money
by.
You knew money by.
Imagine to Papa so can see there are no minnows in football. Yeah, tolerated or to Adwa.
General, is it not surprising to have a coach at the World Cup? Or Sanko Nitima, no Sanko a scout.
Like how?
Say coach, what coach a country at the World Cup? Now bar.
I'll call team.
You should go ahead the coach.
Yes,
a team. You should be a head coach of a certain team. You go back and you're a scout. After rising up.
After
rising
the
up.
level.
Yes, the biggest stage of football. Uko coach here. Oba Dortmund.
I've been a World Cup coach. Nipa na question as say we are 7th. I was Dortmund no. How many of them have had the chance to sit at the bench at the World Cup? What the bench World Cup who play who bought Cristiano Ronaldo and
Luis Suarez, Edison Cavani,
Rodrigo Bentancur.
You are the bench.
Bernardo Silva.
You play against
so you mean and a boy. And coach I know coach Dortmund Edin Tedic. Onya football.
No asaba beshena say can free World Cup buy. I have arrived. I've coached at the World Cup.
You're a big boy now.
I'm a big boy. I've coached against Cristiano Ronaldo, Luis Suarez, Bernardo Silva, Bruno Fernandes, Son Heung-min. I've coached against them. I'm no more a scout.
In recent times.
Matanase, come and take me and let me be a head coach.
Sure.
You go back and comfortably scout at Dortmund again. Then some way somehow.
I want in the rightful place.
Some way somehow. And Crophobia to me some maneuver for Fano. As I didn't Bassa on some
100 coaches are applying.
Now him they
Oh,
applying. Yes. So many coaches applied.
They didn't consider any of them, sir.
Oh, there be application.
On can say Omo consider say Omo apply 100.
Yes.
In a pool of 100 coaches, choose. The one apply. Tini baby or buy what be here anye you know. You go back for the person. Now the Huma Ghana power a technical team no. Otuado is the head coach. On coachy club biada we are. Desmond Ofe is the assistant. Desmond, which team has he coached?
Under 20.
You answer a national team. Into Desmond is similar to Otuado. The next person, John Pinto. John has no coached anything. Not any team. Say you are coaching team we are now with you.
Our technical director has been off from African football for a long time.
Any team. Until look at the three people I've mentioned. Fatau Dauda is equally inexperienced. Yet these boys or these guys have been assembled as the technical team of Black Stars. Who can share opinions or more and more? How does it make sense? Yet we still want to make it and go to the World Cup. Imagine Wafa Otuado, John Pencil, Desmond Ofe, Fatau Daudamo, so World Cup bench in Ghana bench. Now they are quite share any top team. When we have the chance to do something better, yet sometimes some of us are difficult for us to rise up against the nation and even think of the nation losing. It becomes so difficult for us. There are some people, some of these things say, show more before, no, I don't say, and qualify. Yet, in football general, players, my pen a bit to choose you. But coach, dear baby, I will be a wood scout bit my coffee. By the end there, you see, highly inexperienced guys will be given the topmost job. Highly inexperienced guys will be given the topmost job. Where does this happen apart from Ghana? And sometimes, other ESCO members no more. It is Omoko ESCO meeting. A day and some near catcher or more, Sebin Prediasa. Omutimi Jitum say this should be the revamped Black Stars team. Now, Sir George Boateng, any Didi Dramani, and Yadinho Mumfree on ma, that's more fair than John Pinto.
Magicians.
Where does this happen? Who can be hatred?
In the land of magic.
I wonder why Andy does his presentation. Does he rehearse his speech before he comes? He makes it look so easy. Plus how he fuses history into it. Wow. Okay, I would like to meet him one day. Kojo Achilles, for Kenya's number 2, the way Brekumasi. Morocco is
apart from her ocean baby.
Ocean baby, our boy, I'm trying to come. Tony Cook. All right. Now, and also, I don't know. Morocco is showing us how to do football. The right investment in playing personnel, in the technical personnel, and in facilities. Morocco have already not just qualified to the World Cup, but in grand style. Despite this performance, the Royal Moroccan Football Federation is still doubting Walid Ouedraogo.
Level.
Yes, level. They are still doubting him. Level. The whole year now, or show to
level.
18 points. 18
18
points. 6 games, 18 points. Still, I'm down to coach.
Yes. I won't be surprised as when Timmy and Afcona on better coach.
Yeah.
I won't be surprised.
Yeah. In Ghana, a country without vision, just play football, not doing it. For Cote d'Ivoire has the advantage over Gabon. Okay, they are the only team that haven't conceded a single goal in 7 matches, scoring 15. Cote d'Ivoire.
Tarango was giving options, but Cote d'Ivoire some person qualify against Gabon. They have the materials to do it. Even in Gabon. No, I'm only saying that.
Money was so.
They may pay them chance say, "Oh, squad the crowd more. Money Gabon at home no. If say person qualify, they can even draw against Gabon at home.
Country on conceded 1 goal.
Yes.
In 7 matches, eh?
Yes. What's almost team now?
Yeah.
Team now.
A match fight is some young guys be Ivan Guisan Mwabem and Desire Dwayne onua penyi Guedela
right,
yes Guedela no so aba be she team no
oh but family
yeah
now ko boti a chada obiara gye ne points for free obiara gye ne points nkwa so be man 1 point
we are also parking it minus in football work up na yakobo Luxembourg ne Estonia na be ba
count no biara hye no nkwa ko hye na wo de point akɔkye no onya point bia wo na akyɛ no point no kan so minus in football
what's aba be catch so country be ko e be sofa country be ko bi
I was a country be ba get tired of it
all right
coach
but still on the way coach
you know option bia it's then there European teams that you support no you criticize the coaches as yam pamo or man the coach until season you know e be do by me you know we only want him to get better and the opportunity idea mo to add obi anya bi o wi ase said you say obe ba be coach team before our beba o match o team na no mo bo no o mo home on bo wari obo Sudan no obo wari obo Niger no obo wari na Angola team we and na no bi so mo ye o mo pasa said you o san we analysis Franco ye ya pama assistant coach so na o ya de said you coach team nya na adwuma na ya pama assistant coach near the assistant coach for Fraba so opportunity we want anya bi o wi ase da say coach ye adwuma Chelsea coach Maresca ntimi e se da bi Maresca adwuma nya ono na assistant ntimi near the assistant for Fraba no say that we bi ti we ati me bi ti we
my kakra mu obi so medibi mu nko no obi so enjoy
but there should be leadership in this country
we treat to do as if we have Carlo Ancelotti
say league anytime man na efi ni be ye de opa national team no there should be leadership. That's it. Minister for Youth and Sports, after the game against Mali, they should assess, or as almost Simon, KTS or Krekunin and Crawford, or make sure saying here this is the composition of our technical team. If they are interested, miss for the CVs of these guys, not justify. Because national team, Black Stars, the highest level there, it's why you be paying. Now the way you so I'm with you. Na sebi, mina meet yakano. Onko fa wonam fufu sensu so ma wo se odin na chinchina wo so mu na entra onye na me mintu aka yaka manfo eye nyina no those 2 games na nansen ye share World Cup qualifier and the water down the Deni Kakrao because failing to qualify for AFCON is un-Ghanaian.
20 years
failing to qualify for AFCON is un-Ghanaian. Na nyese ya failing keke previous ye decline from normalization. Normalization they drew round of 16 and Tunisia in Egypt. Then we got to the next stage, we eliminated in the group stage. Then we got to the next stage, another group stage, and quite the entire winning game. Then the next thing is we don't qualify.
The last 2 AFCONs, winning game. The last AFCON.
On my Ghana, call AFCON, you are winning back.
The last 3 you are winning back
yes.
Against Equatorial Guinea. Because you Yantimi and Cameroon in the group against Guinea-Bissau. Yantimi and Cameroon in that group. You draw. Yes, you draw 2-2 no.
Yes.
Yeah. You take it 2 goals lead. Yes, no, bet 2 goals. The last 3 AFCON, you are winning 1 pen.
And the annoying thing is the amount of money that has been spent for that 1 victory in the last 3 AFCONs. It's insane.
Oh, boy, who modern crown who demand this? Obianka. To papa susa and so yes is can samamu
and besides Sergio, the one technical direction has been disaster from one disaster to the other because since Kosia Pierre Koyenya better coach of China it's been from one disaster to the other. That's the main thing.
Another doctor can I say government in your concern but we your whole team that national team for mining or buying it there. What you say? On a bonka, no, they are my efforts on Jesus. You did say, you need to say, who is almost
yes.
And that's how you're concerned.
Yes.
They should be interested.
You don't pay $50,000 to a coach and sit on concern.
No,
David.
So, Mr. Cassie say, Juma, we, Nidia, Wafa managers on and manage. Intini Pakura manager and then Bebano, so qualify on qualify, Mr. Cassie £1. No way. It doesn't happen like that.
Our in Africa.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying the show live on Facebook at Bekwai. There is an ongoing retirement and send-off ceremony of Madame Yadu Chumwa, Chief Cook. Bekwai is here. Okay. Kindly ask Otanaro where I go get one of his beautiful outfit to buy. It looks so superb. Referee Patrick Papala.
Patrick, we no call Jedidiah ho a.
Jedidiah.
Shop
Simple.
JD. Oh yes, simple. The number ni is 024 889 0104. 024 889 0104. Jedidiah, the good thing is that Sebekwa Hokra na person on family or the bebro. Just call him. T.
Yeah.
We know who say o mine crest ne da.
Come up. They say Andy no so obetimi di bia bro. Come up.
Andy the Black
Stars.
Maybe the Black Stars and mine Ghana.
Sure.
Kuto farms.
Okay. So also and our social the different type of our Mohammed ni na no Jedidiah. Number no na Dr. D2 no obetimi di bia bro. Come up. Ubusa ya ne say Bani. We'll sit and talk auto, sir, till this auto guy autopilot our national team to become a minnow in Africa and world football. After all, he himself is a minnow. In the world of football coaches, we hired a minnow, and he's delivering a minnow's performance. The man is performing at his level. Minnow noir. NTK just
fire
NTK got
autopilot result.
The Black Stars are two pilot.
He had a minnow coach and he's giving minnow results. Minnow noir. Okay.
Sergio, Morocco are the first country to qualify for the World Cup from Africa. Sergio, the first country. And interestingly, Sergio, we have a group now. Now, 6 teams were supposed to be in that group, but Eritrea, prior to the qualifiers, Sergio, withdraw from the qualifiers. So, Ebeka 5 teams per. So, Sergio, we have a table now. We say usual numbers are obia bobo 7 games. No, we say omo de no enya nu ho. Nti ni ebo mu kra ne say obia e wo group no bebo 8 games per. So, Sergio, with 6 games omo abono, omo secure omo qualification in the sport. Enwa they made sure so what tia Niger. And so interestingly, Enwa now he was a Moroccan man on the technical bench of the Nigerian team, no. Meka Badu Zaki, former Africa Best Footballer of the Year, one of the goalkeepers to have ever emerged. And Onwa Olidi, the Moroccans. Sergio, what I was really impressed is the atmosphere at the stadium. Sergio, this atmosphere looks very intimidating. And I think say Comoros bebre pa. Our first game against Morocco, our AFCON at this venue, Prince Moulay Al Mansour Stadium in Rabat. Say you, the atmosphere was very charged. And what quality of the Moroccans up front now, from Ayoub El Kabi, Brahim Diaz, Elias Ben Segir, Azidine Unahimu, Ebo Mochi with the likes of Sofiane Amrabat. Say you, the Moroccan team has really come to stay. And say what Ejuma Walid Regragi Ababeye or take you over from Vahid Halilhodzic, he made sure say wama discipline abeshe team no mu. And enwa unya now yef again, and then Adam Masina, former player of Udinese, as you Torino. So you enwa now the game was too tight for Morocco to get easy results and beating Niger by 5-0. No. Now it was Adiana Morocco for Ninya. Now they've secured the qualification. And one guy I'm also introduced Hamza Igmani, and also announcing the presence with the goal and also was so Sergio Morocco for to qualify. Sergio Uko Sudan group now. Imwaire. And watching the game between Sudan and Senegal, the Sudanese gave their all. Coach Kwesia Pia and other technical Ignatius no any coach Eric Camponsamu Sergio they gave their all. Abu Isamu, Abu Agla, Walidin Hider, they Sergio, you saw the Sudanese were playing, but Sergio, the quality of Senegalese for Nadane, you know, very top notch. And Sergio, I say, yeah, for Senegal team, no, the consistency, no, top notch. And the coach introduced Habib Diarra, with the midfield, no, who say, what midfielder mo JJ AFCON in 2021, no, Meka Sheku Koyate. Nampalis Mendy and Idrissa Gana Guy. Now the coach has shifted from that way. No,
where is my good friend Crepin
Diatta? He played.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Crepin Diatta played. Coach now shifted from that midfield. No, say Pape Matasar and Pape Alassane Gueye. That midfielder above Villarreal. No, and Oma Lamin Kamara etna bench. And introduce Habib Diarra, the new midfielder of Sunderland. And of course, Ilman Ndiaye, Meka Everton 10 Gs, and of course, Sadio Mane were the men leading the attack. So the Senegal team also looked very, very scary. And they made sure say Omonia 2-0 victory over Sudan. And Sergio, that was good for the Sudanese national team, the Senegalese national team. Now, Omaba 15 points behind DR Congo. And now DR Congo also won 4-1 against South Sudan. Sergio, and one Bisaka make him debut under coach Sebastien Dasabre. Ewo mu game no. And Cedric Bakambu, who a Juma Cedric Bakambu. Aya, Sergio, and the good old Cedric Bakambu is still there. And now Fisting Kalala was on the bench. And of course, now Jordan Kalulu so was on the left back, and they gave a very good performance, going 4-1 against South Sudan away. Sergio, a Bema group no more very, 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 very difficult. Now, yenya DR Congo Obabe hosti Senegal in the next game na Ebeba Sunyamiboa Tuesday, and of course, Osahe Nigeria group na Sergio, Nigeria situation dey make us say Ajiegu anisa Sergio, because all points are South Africa are building. Amakwakodunu and South Africa ebo Lesotho. In game no eba so ewo Bloemfontein. And so it was a home game for Lesotho, but the game went on in South Africa.
Yeah.
So it was virtually an advantage for the South Africans. And Uwe Mohau Nkota and then Lyle Foster Maker Benley striker no, and of course Oswin Apollis new Orlando Pirates playmaker no, and they shared the 3 goals no. So now South Africa are now having 16 points. Sergio Hugo Bruce have got 21 games unbeaten. And he's bringing them back to the world stage for the first time since 2010. Because they missed out in Brazil, they missed out in Russia, they missed out in Qatar. And here they are in a group ananka who expect with the top stars in Nigeria Ademola Lukman, Victor Osimhen, Calvin Bassey, Alex Iwobi, Olaina. Sergio, South Africa is leading.
Yeah.
And Sergio,
the band as I asked the Chroma can we are.
Mokoena issue with Lesotho first level. Yes.
I said back before so you call
game no cost so much. Nanka you heard him say at least between March to September they said you 6 months and a done time. Nanka say komotimi aka na bibia ye cleared before say be continue.
And be say be we ansana. Na mo top group but na protest be e dey mo free honum no.
Say South Africa, you know, qualifiers last World Cup, no. Okay, the same as Amati penalty. You make it protest. Johnny Jordan, mo free referees, ni na make it protest. And Sergio Ekobani say we nsusia. Sergio Mbeka say like maybe issues be aba affect you mo. Ebi our tiny others. And I think say FIFA nenka was so mutena case no so. No nko wie say South Africa di for say ampa omo di table mo koina no what accumulated cash omuma ni ball game na yenyi point no ne mo bia enye clear because Sergio even say Nigeria is shene against Rwanda esa she South Africa ewo game na eba so Tuesday na still South Africa be leading with 3 points.
Okay.
Because they are now on 7 points. 6 points maximum be more 13 you will still be trailing
16 Nigeria 7
points.
Yeah.
So Osha even 6 points now maximum now. Still 13. So still Ube trailing South Africa with 3 points. And South Africans omu destiny then after Nigeria game no omu game with Zimbabwe and of course another game omu Lesotho any Rwanda ebabebo. So Sergio South Africa I think say omu so be qualify. Group way and here the second best place so maybe South Nigeria could be so far. Because second best spot now say some of the teams are building points now to because Benin ni Cote d'Ivoire group no likely say it's one of the second best place teams are be into the playoffs no ba ko be free because oma building points na draw and say why DR Congo so ne Senegal group no so ba ko 16 ba ko 15 likely say betimi anya bi ho the same also
Cameroon
applies
group no
yes Cape Verde Cameroon group no because but Nigeria group no share the second we are around 11 points and of course Nigeria monso edit out the wow with the 7 points are more language so you and Nigeria ne Rwanda ebebo first leg no ekoye 2-0 Victor Osimhen scored those 2 goals and so that's the only winner Nigeria nya omoko 6 games seju omonya only one win per draw the doors and so interestingly in the draw no 3 of them were at home. They failed to win against Lesotho they were down against South Africa and equalize a man by 1-1. And in that game against Zimbabwe, they said you are not bufu because Victor Osimhen scored. And now Makwakwa winning Rwanda more train the game against Zimbabwe. What game no name we had Victor Osimhen did catch a first goal no. Last minute, around 88 minutes, no matter now Zimbabwe for no equalizing. And I remember Victor Osimhen and he complained that day. Said you, it's too unfortunate. Right. Nigeria will be missing at the World Cup based on the points build up. No, yeah, the can catch Rome say more repo AFCON. Yeah, be repo more World Cup. No, said you key to be on the US Open. No, and no, Carlos Alcaraz did it so simple against Novak Djokovic. The first set, 6-4, 7. But said you third set in the ancho 31 minutes.
Simple.
Or winning 7-6 against Amanda, and Amanda was winning in the second set 7-6. So the third set, in the determine Amanda also ebe on the second Grand Slam finals because earlier on Wimbledon this year or lose to Iga Swiatek the finals, So another final is there for her. And also Obabebo. So let's see what happens. But Sergio,
right.
Carlos Alcaraz, Yannick Sinner. Sergio, I fancy Yannick Sinner.
Okay, then 8 p.m. Yeah. And man finals no Bebaso and Simova Amanda on a Sabalenka.
Sabalenka on winning single da. Near winning doubles.
Okay.
Yeah, 2019 in Australian Open and Wimbledon. So around 2023 doubles, but singles the arena winning that.
Mom, we're interested in tennis. No, Yami had more Chinanso and Yannick Sinner and so and Alcaraz.
Wimbledon rematch.
Yes.
The sinner who doesn't smile.
Aye.
Italy Negro the sinner.
Sinner when smiling. Oh, the sinner smiling.
Say be a moment so mo kasa na English. Nje be a sinner.
Sinner ni chiri be. Okay. Spelling it the sinner morning.
Why are you always talking about the Black Stars improvement when the people at the helm of affairs accept mediocrity and the only thing to enrich themselves and nothing else? Talk foreign sports always. We the followers to manage our hardships. Boniface, anyway, Ifri, Elubo, and Abrayen. Okay, General. And the funny thing is that Chris Hughton was nearly beaten in Cote d'Ivoire at the AFCON for losing to Cape Verde, who is almost qualified for the World Cup by an aid of the president of the GFA. But Otto Addo is always defended and protected even after denying us participating in the next AFCON. General, if we akwasi afrane brekum on a apeja we so they are brilliant. Though John Pencil defended the FA at TV3. Fast forward,
UTV.
The next UTV, right? Okay, the next call up, he became our assistant coach. Okay.
I'm sorry, the Saturday, the week now.
Call up. Okay, Intina, and also no. The food will be ready at 12:30. Oh my God, was bad. Family hotel.
Hotel.
Aye. Be a program on the way.
Maybe I know or you first you are.
All right.
Pechilling in a bit.
Wow, pechilling is about the true. Now, my dim quite dear. You know bad and quite was bad. What is in quite
Debbie
was bad.
Debbie.
Them so not much I don't know.
Was the B?
Yes. Okay, Maminko we na Merisha Kofi anyway every Kaswa and by Kofi dey na memfa as I know what do. If you are a Ghanaian football fan, the best way to avoid heartbreaks and disappointment is to stop underrating certain countries when it comes to football. There are many countries who start putting Ghana on top as soon as I draw for a competition comes out. You hear them say, as for Niger, Mali, Mauritania, Cape Verde, Sierra Leone, etc., there no problem. As soon as we play them and we draw or lose against any of these countries, then you hear people, football pundits and Ghanaian fans looking for blame, excuses and attacks. The attacks can go to the government, the GFA boss, coach, or even the NSA. The fans underrating energy transmit to the players on match days. Respect every opponent when it comes to football. Kofi, anyway, and so as my can I'm so the way by earlier. That's my can and I still all can say respect to be. By your big countries, omo de omo respect to be show be. And what's the name?
Na fantana aka say
Kofi.
Chad for the besho mo. Na o a Black Star player fan na tana aka say Black Stars the Chad the besho mo no. Enu nti amo ntimi amo.
Nti ye ne Chad de ko bobo la nke ye nka so meje ya. And I didn't care.
Obia ni ebebo a. Obia ni ebebo say de ben obia ni ebebo a. There are countries omo no mo ya kese sha no mo she. Morocco shesa, Egypt shesa. Mention them. Ubo kra ball kran to the net.
Oh be this.
And only me no sa neighbor. And you the same countries neighbor. Why Ghana? You can't be enka.
And only asema I say why Ghana? And we are calling for reasons why
because
we struggle against the
that's will be a ketwana say or basro or basani who be who. That's a ujina wa ma obeto na oshewa no ya draw. There's a own question.
Okay, you know, let me use this example.
There be no market time, and I will coach.
Yes, you know, let me use this example. In recent times in football, ye nya Malaha obiba edisika be investi wo. Ye nya Valencia obidisika be investi wo. Ma me form ntonche. Ye nya Paris Saint-Germain o man invested from 2011. Ye nya Manchester City obidisika be shame from 2008. Say teams nyina, say Real Madrid da so ba bi omo, Barcelona da so ba bi omo na. In as much as PSG invested, almost a pass Real Madrid. Almost a pass team. The last 10 Champions League Madrid for them could say. That is the standard. That is the level. And on Ayaka. Into those teams, South Africa beat me about Bordeaux. Burundi beat me about Bordeaux. Botswana beat me about Bordeaux. Chad beat me about Bordeaux. One way or the other, they can cause an upset. At said the Leicester City they upset about Kobe Frame. They can cause that upset. But and a boy half corner, Egypt, Senegal, Morocco. Una okasa no say catch yourself to favorite for the half corner. You not mention Botswana. You not mention Burundi. So it is about the standard. And we are saying that we should work to keep the standard. So no, your standard no no make say. Nyade. But obi asache pa. It is the reason why I buy a group in man. And Ghana the last. Yeah, can Ghana for complain in all this we are still first on the league table. Why? Because we have the standard. I don't think that first are you complaining. And as I know for other countries, Kessben, say team a domachi 1 point behind. Cameroon a domachi. Sanka o Kessben na Cameroon the group complaining coach free never. Coach free Cameroon never. And Kessben for you okay. But Ghana we are first on the league table and we are still complaining. It is because of our standard. Into yan shemobi reduce your standard no. If we don't have the materials accepted, but we have to until we have Kudus Mohammed, we have Thomas Partey, who are playing consistently for a top EPL club. Since in the Team Ben wants to say open. Team Ben wants to Kudus Epeno. And when these players are failing to live up, you are saying that football has changed. Let's not disrespect opponent. The result be no. We won't do that. We have our standard and we must work to make sure we keep up to the standard. That's it.
Let Ghanaians know that Otuado takes home over 5 billion old cedis every month. That money can build a 3-bedroom house. He takes more than any worker in Ghana and he's on more than a year contract. I'm sure with this conversion, Ghanaians will be more angry so that we champion his sack as soon as possible. Brad Nat, and if you teshi and a bre ye, Sikandi level no one day who's kana or general, but on your wajuma, the year can Nejuma no, you know. Unkofa coach Papa Bia and Magana or Beji less than Sasikana.
Yes. Oh, say, you know, the amount of funds to raise concerns. Usika comes into this discussion when you are not living up to expectation. Baby, Europe teams, Raheem Sterling say, I didn't see Kabe to die. It is because Onyam game is be more Chelsea and probably he's not living up. Marcus Rashford for Manchester United and Sika Sama may issue that until time Obiang will say Rashford is not playing well. Frankie Dion by Barcelona no. The Sika Sem be issue when people realize that he's not playing well. Until the moment Sika Sem Otoado by Ghana first and said you Obiang can Sika Sem that because the 2 games against Nigeria. We consider him as the game changer. Until the moment I open to say, yeah, boat, tika to pet. Not just Usikari no Juman and co. And you know, if you're struggling against Niger, Sudan, and Chad, own them $10,000 to $5,000 because you know Juma we dear and your Jumate. So only Niger couple match. Ewo Ghana, no one team anymore. Said you any Jumate. Chad
head coach Ghana now for a very long time. AFCON qualification got
2004. 2004. We 2004 free war. 1990 in Algeria na Yankubi. 1990. So in the last 35 years, you miss out two.
You can't Kofi no so me enka. Aye. Ghana yent me qualify for AFCON Kofi and how
Niger bo ni atika no attack no backs.
Niger watika against Niger.
E wo akra.
Aye 1-1.
Just back to bam player.
The bam player will say go.
Adana na nko so mpam no. Adana.
All right. Yeah, ko aba na fe wiki
he has to focus the Olympics etiko aka form.
Ebebaso.
Yes, the Democracy Cup, right?
Ebebaso.
For some team na yi.
Ebebaso. All right. Until some season wiki na yeah bobo so nkra Black Stars prepare for Mali game no on Monday 7 p.m. That's our game no baba so Accra Sports Stadium. Black Stars any okay.
I don't want this start also
Okay.
I don't want this start also takrache ade my obre.
No so who's that again?
I mean subi anga da basa.
Who that again better so.
The challenge na.
Ebere ebu.
Or referee for general, said you. And I'm takrache.
So be use me general.
Or referee for general.
Dominisa de so takrache. Who takrache better so.
Na dey we dey so any same. When I also any same. We the one account.
There be una kan ubusa ben.
Or referee for general.
I want here
Kwa menye dom.
Oji tum se
Me ni baba.
ba won takra.
Yes dom. Yes
also
dom.
same. Referee for na.
Yes dom.
Dom ni na referee.
Me one.
Referee for ni na dom dem. Team no.
In the referee for man dom kra.
Said you what okay. Referee for general. Bagala obetirem de ma o yo mo general no.
Abetim aka ni na.
Said you hear nim no aka o. And I did not hear nim. Or the FIFA baby ah.
Nim kala na oboso de no tutu yi wa ha. Okay, o de yen skin just de to aso. All right. Enti na otwi ai and so and GFA release live games na beba so week 1 no. Friday Hatofok any Hoho United beba live. Sanso and Nememenda Kotoko any Chelsea and so beba live.
Venue.
Kotoko ni Chelsea. Zikuma
Away
Kotoko away.
And Chelsea ni kotoko.
Yes, Chelsea ni Kotoko. All right. And I feel Lions any dreams and so Sunday and no Sama Chin beba live. Budget no sensem week here I'm say me who asma am sama for your discussions budget honorable Kofi Adams the bar e two dia for Black Stars no me name say be pese esan isisu biem there no problem quite the how with me and so the ho ensem aba sanso ana Disa Productions omo e dey two dia so omo be pay clubs ni nyina GPL friends clubs ni nyina omo discan be ma omo ansa na GPL games no ashase a promise Disa Productions on the ama clubs no nyina inte mun rese assured scano ba enyasem ketu akra 1 million right Ghana cedis and yesika ketu 10 billion old cedis no e ba beto bia council okay intina and also I don't know Honorable Vincent Eko Asefua ose Otoado must improve on his game reading and decision making. Wow. Honorable, so you'll be out last year the power. Yeah. Is it Tafu MP?
I don't the game, bro.
Yeah.
I know Bobo Papa.
You don't even need to be a good player to say.
No, that's the way I know our skills of parking.
No, Tafu need the
democracy capital.
Okay. The Kwabanya be kra say Otuado obetima improve.
But you
honorable say I say Otuado the game reading and the decision making or improve and I make us Otuado woman time to say there or you be a woman time obetima improve and na say we na den adote anote And why didn't you question me?
No, but say you no say wait
because me yeah, I must see mutrasa. I don't know.
But you know, as big question, can Otuado improve?
Yes, that's my question.
You know, with a big. But say you one assemble before I go.
Yeah.
In all the discussions, Franco, we are not talking about the place.
Yeah.
Otuado headlines in all the discussion. She hype Kudus wo krumha. The Kudus. They do Kudus dia o woro. One we have got on the blaster go captain. Look at Kudus Mohammed. Oh, nobody is talking about him. Salis last year in our mobile. Sedu, she had the opportunity at the Ama Salis. Look at his performance. Go ne say wo de am to was na hwe go no place ni me no na omudi Salis na chi no. Nobody is talking about these guys. Shanti on Semenyo.
Yeah.
You know, America two Premier League in him, and I don't know a trap plot to them.
I'm pitching in here.
Oh, yeah, that's a Angola. And said,
I'm born young starting, and a coach in a tour, a pair excuse to the mouth. Before the game,
it's pitching in here.
Coach,
anyone wants if you a chance my ball. But
the coach gave them excuse.
A flimsy one. But
first,
yes,
too lazy around.
Yeah, the Moko picture, yes, Morocco.
Yeah, don't come Morocco.
Let's do that question.
You don't go Baba.
Picture, yes. Oh, Morocco. You know, Baba, yeah,
okay.
Morocco,
dear.
Let's do that question. And also picture.
Morocco Stadium, Nadia. It is Santiago Bernabeu. It is Old Trafford. It is San Siro. It is Stamford Bridge. It is Emirates. It is Wembley. It is Allianz Arena. She baby am so many two mrika free all the boy we do na no
mo hese menyo mo hese
menyo two mrika
yes yes yes
against Van Dijk
the man pitch say ya bi o Morocco
make a
all right it alleged and my checks show that Otuado was brought in by Sanidara. Please kindly let your panel members find out for me. Joseph Edwin Cape Coast and so Brett. Yeah. All right. Minima dear. What you
want to so a Ghana.
Ghana. Did you already buy it?
Be any GF for na kofa na buy.
That's all.
No be na like obi o she baby aye nim no. E na san ni kofa no de ko yi na de buy.
And the o dey be asan defend the FA for
the FA is responsible for the appointment of Otuado, no other person.
Maybe at the sign you can into any
me yes sure say there is something about Otuado.
You say
one is buy.
And okay here the other buy here the performance no and he scrutinizing.
And wabeye bi pen ama yeso wantuma anye in Qatar. You call you see after the Nigeria playoff no he led us to Qatar. See please the near say nuntie sa qualify na background kaye.
After I know about some qualifiers be ye game I share 3-0.
Yeah.
Ewo Cape Coast near Osman Bukari Muche qualifiers no. Yeah.
So all right. Who brought him for me Yagobi?
That's
but so our check your last 4 tournaments and so you share power including World Cup. No, not even the AFCON.
Yes.
Share 2014 World Cup. Yeah. Now share 2022 World Cup. 2014 World Cup USA, Portugal and Germany. Yeah. Said you na saba here your 2022 group so you win one pay Korea and just oppose that with AFCON. Until we check your last
4 tournaments, 2 games.
Yeah, we need 2 games.
4 tournaments.
Yes, yeah, we need 2. Because 2014 yeah we need game. And you be winning game.
Oka from AFCON 2019 on AFCON 2021. World Cup 2022.
Yes.
And then Ivory Coast 2023.
Yes.
4 tournaments.
Yeah,
how many years?
In
6.
Yeah, from 2019 to this year. Yeah.
6 years.
No, generalize it with the World Cup. See the World Cup.
Make the last 6 years.
Okay. Make 4 tournaments.
Okay,
Yes, okay. AFCON 2019. AFCON means and World Cup back on. You mean Okabuma 4? Yeah, we need 2 games per.
Wow.
Yes.
You know, you discuss budget. You discuss reduction of bonus. You discuss where you call your energy.
Assalamu alaikum. Salau. Good submission. Andy, this is why England were never happy for reaching the finals of the Euro. But countries like Iceland will celebrate a second place. Salau Maxima. Otuado shouldn't be giving a country like Ghana to improve. We shouldn't tolerate him. Okay. The Fofrosode Abba. simple. That you know the business coaching.
Yamao technical.
Me lines in my for Mrakra.
Yamao assistant coaches.
You know, question is still I heard the answer.
My question
Can Otuado improve?
Because Honorable Vincent Eko Asefua na kasa asem you. Say issue improve. Me name say voice in crowd ha me koba yenti Honorable kakra.
Na ba kwa ya nhye no so say Otuado game management. Hwe games aya bo list no. Wo games a dudu na hwe time I dey consider. Time I dey consider. Hwe ni Angola, hwe ni Niger, hwe ni Chad na Nsenya. Hwe bi ni Central Africa say jo ni ye hwe no kra o. We were considered late. Ye ni Niger e wa away during the qualifiers. Say jo o list na
Now, should I say boys in the ball are no more ball against Chad? Should more attitude on the pitch? Na coach now. Either say unim the over catch or man or catch or more.
My first second one.
Yeah. Over second one.
You catch him.
Yeah.
Omo don't pay. Omo.
He
has no control.
No, they say the queen. No, recycle ball passes behind.
They were just walking.
0551444933 0551444933 also brem na yenim komo kakra yebesa ba abeto discussions no so hello good morning yes sir good morning
and I find my main tell you about your phone with your phone na
Josupa
Sergio na me kwati yemienu me pato na no ensempaka ni update no mfama yo
osempaka ni wen
ni update no I will propose for baby jane number no for update ni mai and my me come and na o say
do kwaji obi number na osempaka ni o
sa
anu ya kwati
mom okay okay and the job update till my why
update no so aba officer be chichi mpa say asem no omo de to no so na ene asem na kokuhia keke okasa saa na so ntwa so no nko na later
na maybe offer ochirisi abo
hosa chinda
koje number
achinda achi Clinton ho achi ochirisi abo
achi di wana Tony sukofa abo beto ni kansa
Tony hello good morning
Sergio
yes sir
Sergio of Akwatani Masumo Santimampon Kufiase Northern coach
okay
Sergio Anopedia mame mo nu tim na baso ene dwumadia mudina Sergio Blasta se de kase e ka ye be ka ma de achi ma de asa na media na amama kuma ehuru pa ne se ye bobo wi ahwa na de camera kosi woto ado animu a na wo kika nsem bebrebe ena pitch nye enya se ni se ye sra no ye se ye bobo wi ni akuma ehuru a ni kasa wo de babo ntin ye sra no ye pesa de ne ketekete kura ukọ munya de Ghana na ade be udi be ton ho ni abobo wi abeke kasa da kire no e na pitch ye bobo ni wi a ye busa se blasa ro mba holidays ya ye cheni no o mo bo no enye park Ghana park bia no mo bo so bo ye sra no pa wo bobo wi a na num kasa no wo hweye
all right ye dasipa ana wacha ofa moakon ata enso de amaye umuda all right hello good morning Johanna
morning today.
Okay.
Chairman no dominasi be kwani. Because I make an say football no many head nyo sabat. Ya na mo di blue na ma coach no. Ko ya na mo pa because player coach the Jamaica no so fa ball ko nim. Na mo born cycle no. Na mo the problem ko ma coach die. Maybe they are na times no mentia my bad.
Okay. Say just before maybe lines no what you say Andy can say ye buy baba kana di ntina say coaching kwa na place no say ye bomb so chi papa na enkoye. All right. Mami call next caller ho. Hello. Good morning.
Hello, good morning. Oh, Ghana for don't what akuma. Yes, my dream wa me ti cry me didn't na afra be frefre nyinam.
Okay, na ite.
Me bo fu. Na coach Otuado no. Me pamocho team be no coach ya ansa na o be coach Ghana. Me pamocho me ti o.
Oh no, Germany. Dortmund no scout.
No, Dortmund. There's a coach, the Kronya there's a promotion club of Kraminim. Na players name so say Obia to Papa, so they say, oh, when you see on say, yeah, Bow Cup, yeah, Bow World Cup, another player qualified to World Cup. No more Tia Kuma. And penny for him being from home. So, say no, my idea, and ever pick up on it as I can see many liberty prayers, near the Marco. Almost crowded him up, boy, a chance, and penny for Nancy for me, and here, yeah, World Cup, women and not fly American. Yeah, and fairness if we need to qualify.
Okay.
Our mother, if we qualify.
Okay. Ebedasi na yedi kakra enso aka ho. Na afia dan ho baka krabi na yaba betwa so di amamo. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Sergio.
Sir.
Me bache frame shaker. Me kase frame king kese.
Okay, shaker. Maninko.
Doc na mpese mbisa na sem kakra. Doc we de mesrewa Man United goalkeeper no, new one no. Ubeti mama stars kakra wano. Blaster ne de Sergio mesrew egu. Sisi yente no foforo. Me da ase.
Okay. Na onso odi eno no memfa mienu bi nka ho na yemra sisia. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Pacho wana bay.
I'm meeting the man every year. Make a free atunsu.
Na every year ni ajipa oba yenti we.
This Sergio metati mo fa.
That's pa.
Sergio, me problem pa ne otuado. Me am the your background information am the be ma be kwan. But on there, information be abo. You players, no, but they are not playing. Meaning at the country, scout coach. Yakofan said 4 black stars. Or me coaching my. It's Miss Rambo. We will be my Yakoma Mundi. No, na dia call cut out. Should you go to Papa so? No, what's up? I call yet in your qualify. Now, what cap never qualify. Madam, I say.
Every year.
Yes, Mr. Joe.
Now, Ebacho, with the member, Suja Fosu Kakrabin, I bet quite information for my weekend.
I said, don't have crying your boy, mother crying. Or Pabe Pane and Great Cabe, or Pimpunam Kutuje, named Chinama Yako, super cool.
You ready to go for?
I said, you have a confirmation with it. I told no because you won't put a look at you. Spekuka home, Amaneka home, Intimaka home, your mother.
I didn't hear. Never okay.
No, what is
okay, yeah, that's if I.
That's
your place, not the man. You have on information, you know. Put it.
Free number.
Free number. Okay, all right.
Sergio, doctor, you're my boss to the former Radio Mercury.
Doctor,
Dr. Frank Mero.
So I down for no.
No, you're my former boss for Radio Mercury. The then Radio Mercury.
Okay, now Radio Mercury on.
Me passion me your receptionist so.
Okay, now on the near to you asemasi okay, o dey yati.
So no pay no am me salivate. Send the OCD formation in my no. Abekwa General.
Abekwa information.
Yeah, ba beto so. E just go hwe da.
But the across which result to the card net.
All right. Yefasi ade ngodi ko kakramra eba. Na eba beto so de mamo ye ko gentleman dental clinic akobo enkomo kakra oho. Albert Siam Ajiman. Who watch you now?
Sergio, say Gentleman Dental Clinic here branches no Edosun kakra.
Okay.
Inti last 2 weeks na mo Tamale.
Okay.
This week na mo Techiman.
All right.
Anajuya naja ebeduye.
Okay.
And then she talk kumase for her.
Oh, unfudo so you need na.
Sir.
Manen ko yenti o kakra.
All right. The Eddie Kaino, ye the enchia free ye CEO Mr. Eric Frimpong, CEO of Gentleman Dental Clinic. Any Gentleman Mineral Water. Na nia can say oti Gentleman Dental Clinic eye ese ho adwuma nko na ye nti ye professional dental clinic ewo branches bebree ewo Ghana ha na bibia efa ese ho bia no eno na Gentleman Dental Clinic ye na yɛyɛ adwuma from anopa 8 o'clock ɛde kɔpem anwummerɛ 6 o'clock ɛyɛ from Monday to Saturday. Na yɛn dwumadi a yɛyɛ no bi ɛyɛ sɛ yɛyɛ examination and consultation service ɛwɔ hɔ. Ɛne sɛ bra na yɛn check w'anum dan na ɛkɔ so ɛwɔ w'anum hɔ na uhu oral status na ɛno nso atumi aboa wo ama wahu kwan a wobɛfa so a wode w'anum apɔmuden no ɛbɛfa ɛhaw bi wɔ ma na yɛtumi aboa wo. Yɛyɛ cosmetic dentistry sɛ yɛyɛ gold and silver crown ɛse no ɛwɔ hɔ wopɛ sɛ wode gold anaa silver ɛhyɛ so a woba Gentleman Dental Clinic a yɛnka sɛ yɛwɔ gold ne yɛn silver yɛbɛtumi ayɛ no kamakama ɛde ama wo. Teeth whitening woba Gentleman Dental Clinic a yɛyɛ sɛ plaques tata anaasɛ ɛfi akɔhyehyɛ wo sim a bristles anaa toothbrush no ntumi ɛnyiyi ama scent wokasa pampan firi w'anum mu ba ne nyinaa ɛyɛ adeɛ a woba Gentleman Dental Clinic a yɛyɛ ho adwuma ɛde boa wo. Na yɛwɔ Kumase Bantama Abepo Junction Total Filling Station hɔ ɛna yɛwɔ branches 2 ɛwɔ Accra yɛwɔ Nungua Main Lorry Station hɔ ɛna yɛwɔ Dome Kwabenya Atomic Down Roundabout no so. Afei wokɔ Techiman yɛwɔ magazine ɛne AY Ahmed ɛna yɛ opposite. Takrade ɛyɛ Banchase Tadisco Down ɛhɔ ɛna yɛn branch no bi wɔ. Aflao yɛne Ecobank ɛna ɛwɔ the same building ni mu. Na sɛ wokɔ Tamale yɛwɔ Tushigu yɛne Central Post Office ɛna ɛhwɛ ni mu. Na deɛ yɛka ne sɛ mpɛn bebree no yɛbɔ amafoɔ kɔkɔ yɛkaekae sɛ Gentleman Dental Clinic called mandate ne sɛ Ghana ni bi a wɔ ɔman mu no yɛbɛyɛ wo se no ho adwuma. Na as part of our corporate social responsibility no this time round yɛyɛ free screening ɛde ama Nungua branch. Nti obi bia ɔhwɛ me wɔ Kessben television so ana utie no Kessben FM so bomodia say on the 12th and on the 13th of this month a Friday and Saturday a ɛba odi wani bɛkyerɛ Nungua branch your lorry station hɔ na obɛba na yɛyɛ free screening no ɛde ama na yɛka free screening na ɛne sɛ yɛ examine yɛhwɛ adekora ɛkɔ so ɛwɔ wɔnum hɔ na mpɛ mebre no obi ɛwɔ complications bi anase ne se no problem a sɛ onya information ntem ana yehu de ɛkɔ so ne yɛ check ma na ɛne yɛ hu adwuma ma na nka ɛse na nkwan kodru mpɛmpɛnso we enti this time round no aye free no obetumi de wo ho ahyem me encourage you say bomodia ne bra sanse free screen no ne botaye pa ne say one e detect early signs a ɛwɔ wonum early complication because you can say ɛse na ɛwɔ ho no there are some problems bi ho na say dental issues bi ho a ɛba ahyase no na say early stage no aya na enye expensive costless but enipa no betena ho ama problem no akwakoye kese ansa no atu anamon say okohu dentist that time no na akoye sikasem enti na ma enipa bebre wo esen challenge but sikasem nti omuntumi emma enti ehu behia say sa free screening we ayeye wo de ho behyem na etumi aboa na ama wo se no afa ne ntoma pa e de fra enipa bebre e wo condition bi te say ye ka HPN eno so eye enamu yare anase sexually transmitted disease de bia ye ka STD a dodo na focusing on HIV ye wo HPN a eye human papilloma virus eno so ye virus a se oni obi ekoda enamu nhyiamu no sa virus ni bia otumi transmit ma wo na the dental complications the woman say obi ho no mo a infections no eba ne skin mu nti ne ho tumi ekeka no eno mo ne ade obi ono ma HPN virus no affecting nani but dodo na so it me affect emo no tumi ba ne throat mu eti oho abo say okasa na foul breath efri nanu mu ba pampan eti say one call dental clinic ankwanko ye check up some of these things no nyina no enya ade a ubehu obi ho no ma make say oye diabetic patient na say obi a wo ye diabetic patient no eno so no o risk factor ebema wonya gum disease and I said dental issues no very high all because say obi honoma sugar too much menka said drinks ne we are abano jainom but say oba dental clinic na ye examine wa dentist to me boa ma what to eat and what not to eat what to drink and what not to drink but enam say yenim ninti no ama yenom bibia anyhow na say too much glucose and sugar no call your system ni mu a nea eba ne say etumi emia nsunsuanso wo saliva ntasuo a ewo yenum eti obi ho no mo fo say ne se no onti pain bia wo ne sinimu but oye diabetic and I say too much sugar ewo ne system no mu a ebe create problem a eye very severe e de ama no ene say saliva eye very important to play key role ewo yenum one serve as lubricant afi so no e flashy debris say obi adidi na tata no eba nanum and I say bacteria wo yenum no eye saliva ntasuo no na e flashy but say too much sugar ewo system ni ma ema uso saliva no na ntasuo na ewo wanum no eno so esesa nti ema ne be glucose eti anytime bia ntasuo no enam wanum no hanse oral bacteria ewo wanum no ema omutumi activate attack wo se no it was baby a ese problem no efi bai enti ehu be hia se wo ese problem a ade baako ene sese oye ene se immediately no obekwa ko hu dentist na dentist etumi aboawo na ose no afa ne ntoma pa ade fra obi ho no ma ne de no ye osteoporosis eye dompemu yare ene se the density of the bones no elusi until with time no ubon se na amane se no ewo ho ana ese na start obi ese 4 ena atu baako ne di kan start ye within the space of 3-4 years ene 4 na atu aka ho all because say yen check se problem bi awo yenum ansana ya jise yetena ho ma yetisa afedi ye pain eba excruciating pain no call pharmacy akwakoto edro enti Judgment Dental Clinic enunti na yesi or as part of our corporate social responsibility giving back to society say Nungwa branch ene ne environment bomodiana Saturday Friday ni Saturday Friday ni Saturday ya edi animu be odi wani becro say wo kwabenya kura na say because your branch ni bi e kwabenya na say opportunity no ho bomodiana fa ho ebehiem enka se Nungwa afo nko a wo ashaman wo teshi wo labadi osu baby bia wo te nka wo Judgment Dental Clinic no bia bra we eye free screen because under normal circumstance no say oba na be solicit information we a ubetuaka but enunti na ya no free this time ama say ye check ama wo hu de ekoso wo wanum ho no na ama wo se no afa ne ntoma pa e de fra because niam bebre ho no ma eye free screen no expose e de ba obi ho no ma meka say na or different condition be but onim says a condition na or no ebetumi akwakofa e how e de abreno obi hon ma meka say halitosis sent in a free in anumu eba but onim bebia problem no yeden e free eba me wa bi kra na e tonsil stones say enuane a yedi ni ebi atrap on the throat ni mu together with saliva any bacteria into anytime bia no ne se egu nanumu ye white enso kasa na pampan e free nanumu eba sane ma ni nyina ye niam bra na yen cheke wonum no emfa ma na ose no emfa ne ntoma pa emfra obi etie me ne se problem ewo oti pain ewo ne sinemu na odidi asese wa change e de call the other side e ho na sese orisa eyese wo beti pain na anase wo beba clinic no because pain no na be expose am hu say bibi wo but and mostly no bo a onti pain bia wo nanum because obo on man infection it me start from the apex na emo ni edidi banti when detect cavities enti say hu say sa sign ni bi o wonu mu a ehu behia say immediately wo beba Judgment Dental Clinic na yetumi aboawo na free screening ya de a emfaso bebre na ewo so nti say ebia wanya early signs bi te say cavities intokro na asate say eboniboni usinimu a ana say wanya gingivitis a eye gum disease a infection o brashia wo kra obesori anopa no bo say moja blood ewo ni sinimu okotintasuo no gu a ohu say moja ewo mu blood ewo mu sane ma ni nyina eye niam ewo se oba na ye examine na ye hu procedure ye beye etumi ede aboa ye qualified doctors and nurses until this time round no de ye etu ye hu asiwo not too long ago ye koye bi wo aflawo enipa bebre in fact the turnout was very good ama ne aflawo fo bebre enya omo ahoto until wo Nungwa ene ne potemo on the 12th and on the 13th of this month Friday and Saturday ya the free screening no ehhehye so anopa 8 o'clock na ya hyase ye wo hokopem anwumre 6 o'clock sa 2 days ni nyina na ye wi a na se wo underlying condition bia ya ma 50% discount
okay
enenti ehun behia se wo de ho be hye sa program yi mu Fred Judgment Dental Clinic was 055
055
913
913
95
95
82
82
055
055
913
913
95
95
82
82
and 0549
0549
906
906
588
588
0549
0549
906
906
588
588
Fresesi and bookie appointment yadamase pa
yes you better wasi pa mon friend numbers no Benjamin Dental Clinic from na book appointment na eno mo enko shia na ombeboa mo yie papa memfa esen eni agro da bia no ye ka kire eno ene baby a eho ekoyi a confidence level no kra no wo soro yie papa enkoyi so ada bia na nsempi memfa sen ni agro friend numbers no na mo Benjamin Dental Clinic eni enkomo kala
esajo
yep ena ememenda
na de so
ai ye monitor na ye mpege mu na dumienu na ye ko
ama kan reference am kaka
we have trust na fi omo asan ahwe question na omo so ka ho kakra bi no so to ado improvement no na fi place no so no de na ye kan de akire omo ene nsem ba kwa na mini bi enra so has to folk Olympics 1-0 at the winning democracy cup no and also come to train kakra
yeah Mr. Chuano has of folks match no
okay
I'm observing referees no we said there's a lot of improvement and me share match ni na we say uncle na mo ba ni bia ka je long for no because player na impact ni ma goalkeeper
yeah he offside ben why
the kwan bia so on be from for tournament on be from for amoma ko pram ko sia akọ update yo mo upgrade yo mo no e be sure mo say omo hwe matches no omo hwe lot of matches ko this is the can run yeka exams asem no referee na more practical practical na doso it is odma bibia ko theory a na nkola no mu o se message me ho se si opa mo bi frɛ embusa se me pe dimension of the field of play I find it very difficult because baby am agenda no me just sure say
so don't active
no they make can say baby am agenda
you are active
you are active
no say we are blessed with the ekobia
so o park ni so baby an adwene wo ye one baby an adwene wo ye one onim so ko officiate
kala me defend way
no don't tell me that because me person me can say so dey tie me person referee what do to say than a lie
is it basic laws
no
want mean basic
so tie me anka be me dem
okay
me say omo no okono agodi match no sa field of play dimensions no ye dey show obi nsa o enye ono na akwa say na munye we that be ya prepare ya to ho it is how no wapa ho afri ho baby ehia ne pa na ye law 11 law 12
you see laws no we dimension no question
and you know laws of the game no laws from law 1 up to 17
so what are you defending now
no I'm not defending them say what I'm saying is
you see basic interpretations
they are omo say basic no enipa na
interpretations
say enipa na oka
also dimensions
no ni na kan obi
questions no
o say
questions no
I'm for being by
na na defend it
no what I'm saying is a minim say sanity after no dey answer me kai jotio
questions na bi kire wa e be shock say referee ogina mfimfin handle matches what handle ultimate answers our question
Joe
you go can say dimension
Joe
expect this question
Joe they make Joe they make canon tie me so tie me they make can say
convince omo mutie
they make can say referee question bia no we free be say trivia e bia ye time no be koda o ti on na to laptop ho o on mana video na twagu na answer we ya no na answer ni free ba bia free ne bana no wan ade o no mistakes on the material nowadays you know omo tro e dey abeto e say exam written exams obeka ya bawie no before say obe reflect your mind kwa na time na so na ya gajo say and a referee so no e more practical maka say enya book na akokin kan say obi o book is referee bia dey be problem the bi obi o book is referee bia o problem but say o dwene o kai the loss of the game na and there the obetro the philosophy say e bedu ba bi kura no the enka football no wo referee na so the be kan and it is am based on data wo bo hu say na tie and it me ka obi be tran ka say and referee say entry exams and kolana omo e ka dem young no can they write those exams but who and the utia who call match team ka say akola we ni made otimi di match ni pa
Africa la mami musa question ba hunto se jodi no incident misi na wa ba na wa chirichiri mo di amai say incident no ene ya twere gu people so say ball bi nsa ebo ne koko abo ne ha eye foul fa brofu chirim untimi nchirim ena ye meba untimi nchirim ena ye ka ho ase we dimensions any trivia any anticipation brofu na adjectives na we use no me who role play what
the chance Andy referee brofu no an ye tro
ni so ba no be ka kire o say time bia eso mo ya breast
oh they say bia me ka wa jo they say bia me ka wa say me ka say me ka
o be defend o mo say
no me defend o mo jo metimi aka ababa be si say
me question no answer
ba me ka kire say referee brofu ni ade tro referee asem untimi ko fa brofu e university bia me ka de o ko da mo and ade metro who the different bia ba mo anya ade e be ka say go to loss no so what I say I don't want to go to the other side elimination by rough tactics that is all
yeah ma won end this
now atena musa wa nya no
elimination by rough tactics na just one pass kra na ya da feel one
no so tell say
on be so mu yo mu fi
on be so mu yi ngo fu bi fu ba no wan say da ko fa I just feel you o mu yi
my choice I'm say we paper for paper no brave na me ready
na what say no throw here the man
no not here
enko for ko throw what say near don't be less bro
results in the ba
mama
you go be person bro so be your own out here
they say
what we do
am exam aya wo ko why ke say em for paper dem mass na dem ma no be so who can fast mark
jo mama say what dey no ya no ya be mama how dey improve
ikala
mama say what dey ya dey no
results no dey tell say also improve
no
kala conclude bibia osinye exam bia no ko yeye
no mo pengofo
yo mo pengofo yo madi e no mo say da ko fa exam bai e na mo pro mo no omo de fa so no mo de pam mo so mo fi mo nko
sabe bo aba
elimination by rough
e mo ta mas mo bu say ball koko test
I am telling you
about
90% of the
referees how we ho how end the
we are
say exam bia no mo yeye simple do no sana referees no eka yes
that is on pass ya na
no me tro me say am tro papa e be ba na ese matwa 3/10 abo be ye to me carry we ya pro bia pass what did the referee manager said I say exams in the bachelor
okay
no say bajo
so say me can
so no junior kasaria dey asem na woka
eti graphically dey no referees na ye anti a half one me ba oh me o say eliminating by rough time
that's it
and na me buta say e dey na referee for no me o exams no e dey na o ma yi nti o mo ye o ma free o ma ye o
dey and the referees ben
o say
referees ben na dey so no ma ye
o say the tell say o mo for say referees be on no they have to pave way for the young ones to come. Oh, they are saying.
I'm not doing it.
I know I'm winning. I do good. I'm betting the.
We referees no failure.
Oh, yeah. I can't mention them.
Canadian no more tell on people.
No, me can't go natural. But Opa who judges here. I mean, I'm for the test. Because people want their favorites to come on, but that is all.
Into many favorite.
I don't gas a better outcome.
Okay.
They want them to go.
Until we say that the way I start on some now, what kind of dimensions? It means dimension now, so working now in him way now, person. Then one for we answer.
Bakala, asem na okano is serious power. Say, mpanyimfo na organize exams no. Enye nso hwe bia no mkotroy. Na mu penkofo bia yi o mafrim. No ma sheda de nso hwe na ba.
Na dom favorites aba.
Nti no favorite no apase. The only favorite no wa faili near the yin free.
Yes.
My mentor there.
I'm sorry about competition. My pass it. About no 3/10. Joe. Last
season.
Okay.
And so Corona na obia akọ around no. Okay, was here. Set on one day. Obi tro e o Cape Coast. O tro no Saturday. Sa so Corona no. E na sa be tro Kumasi. The same question.
The same question. Omo de kwa Accra.
Later. Omo we ya no watchro no awa. Na me obi nim. Obi for e better no obi hu say. E so when the paper ni here.
General is he hold the color, but referees no mama some sanity.
any peri your brand name any beam. The all kind last year then they me follow kakra. There was questions no me no kumase no. The name who say obi free baby neighbor obi drew why late. You see a man the time ni be man intro. But the same people announce no the next 2 days or so later near the Kwakra. A special a diagram of BNM's a diagram no saying a tear ne diagram corner yes sanya she near sa the code different one into Wimbetro nature Wimbetro. Dear who is any pan why late nanka the next day no be man a chance for you know. Also man meanwhile the same paper somebody is writing it some 4 days later. Into a so mama peri yo a boom you
okay.
Otherwise,
all right.
Fairness, Emma.
All right. The colors of the two digital digital for code two. Say now they are
elimination by of.
Oh,
Kalani obi a.
I'm a code two.
Kalani obi o kasa what else
through. Okay.
And they are facts.
It's all right.
No, I can't
be also be teaching about what teaching. All right.
And your facts and so say be more intimi antwe that.
Okay. Young go back to your discussions now in na na mo ka to have improvement, you know. Also with me I improve and I want me improve. Na we on ready games so the honorable asefo kan no minim say betima tie honorable asefo a Vincent asefo betima tie nkakra afutu ano de ema to ado no ansana ya ba the other one na enso na ya discuss na person kan wasem kakra okay players no
yeah make no to ado improvement nyina abo
okay ndize no you ready na mama etie no so kakra ndi ye nkoso
you know can Otoado improve? Yes. Ninti America say yes and say in all the discussion we are first on the league table. In all the discussion Otoado are winning match da. In all the discussion Otoado are shema leader. And you only different team na ebebo. Only Mali na ebebo. Inti our a perfect idea about the Malian team. I don't move on Monday. And yet here in Ajitum say game I coboard on Mali I winning by 2-1 was a game. Before the game, na Ajitum say it was a difficult encounter. Your match I bought in the last 3 years. So we have confirmed my match and I didn't pay a Mali match. But say you quite need to make a show. After almost a first goal. Until we will need that same Otoado that played the Mali game in Bamako on Monday against the same Malians. Onim said you musibo. Onim style. Onim the differential and the preferential tactics to match them. Until we expect that same Otoado on Monday. A win-win situation. Because I do say omomudi achini klusu ye pa. But say yo Otoado tactics and any reading of game. Any BBR besisa, it depends on the players. He can choose to play 4-2-3-1. He can choose to play 3-5-1-1. He can choose to go in for a 4-4-2 formation. But who will execute the plan on the field of play? The players. Say, you have big players on when you walk up and kruma. Say, now for Osekofa, untimim for ye players here, Osekofa crowd of walk up. Pick obi tisa be the pele. Pick obi etise eye Tony Yeboah. Talk about the lives of Augustine Ahemfo and other players. So you sa players here you born mudin na omo nya chance an kan kopi mo the World Cup. And ne sa players ni bi benya an be sacrifice $5,000 no. No ma kwa ko the World Cup in the USA, Canada and Mexico. So you yenim players ah. Omo mabo blaster, omo lobby media men agent to be part of the Blasters. Yes, munka bi mai muntimi nye promotion mai muntimi hype ye emane ye mami na Blaster mo. But the moment you assume the position as a player of the Blasters, you talk about money, you talk about budget, you talk about winning bonus. A position that you lobby, a position that utuya sika fe etie media and other guys to hype no when you sa position no. Unye we afraid the ball no so no. Into the make come na kusia ne say the players should know the task ahead. And now me hear the example of Ajima Bedu and Stephen Appiah. I can say the entire box Stephen Appiah din wa Blaster mu say omaji position again and Bianca Sentiano. It is because of his commitment and the love that he showed, the passion he showed playing for the Blasters. Ajima Bedu technically wasn't the brilliant amount, but you born this on under 23 on Bian complaining here. Why? Because of his commitment to the national team. It is a joy and one opportunity, but that you know, ube here Ghana more. And Otado na coach for the Blasters, and John Pinson assistant coach for the Blasters. Like Kingston was once upon a time the coach for the under 17. Fatah Dawda nene or goalkeepers trainer for the Blasters. It is a wigiro one. Your ball Fatah you know. How many people raise questions about the competence of Fatah? Because time I will a chance. So on go from Ghana no uyina come and do any papa na ye buy. Players here kura mu semenyo and there opportunity to play for all the big teams in Europe. But one day, Sergio, ube pesi yen consider a certain position. One day, ube see a trade history na yen for udinchim, your name will not be part of the history. And walk up, Sergio, Ghana chomo omoti koba mone, a man international course anti-me uncle for the national team no yeah trouble respect players almost see a kind for the national teams the biano yeah respect any coaches create a lineup look at the consideration they give to them anytime coaches are naming their lineup international team the example of KP Boateng general Ghana ni bia team time na wako Genoa the World Cup performance in Kopiemu one of the greatest teams in world football in AC Milan. And Kudusu Boma Tottenham, Semenyo Boma Bournemouth. But that is not the end of the road. That is not the standard. That is not the apex of football epic. It's the Yekache players, they say. The opportunity idea more. When was Franco talking about Baba Rahman? Gideon Mensah has been in the Blaster for 6 good years, no improvement. Dadana. Sergio, Salisu and Jiku were our centre backs. We gave the opportunity to Jerome and then Ajeti. We expect them to show up. So the Bayer they will become teaching for places. Yema Benjamin Asare so meda po mu na obi arafi atizigi. Obi anka Jojo Walcott to be because was cementing position. Silence for a whole year didn't play football. You man the opportunity to marshal the central midfield of Ghana. General, no pressing, no tackling, no interception. And Kudus Mohammed, the hype around Kudus or a star boy. Said you. In top countries, when you are a star boy, you call the shot on the field of play. And you hype any day they want airwaves. There be the lives of Didier Drogba, the Samuel Eto'o, the Yaya Touré. I'm call it shot, no. The Sadio Man is on the field of play. I'm taking responsibility. I'm leading from the front. That is not what Kudus Mohammed is giving us. That is not what Antion Semenyo is giving us. Into Otuado can improve, but you know. His improvement relies on the execution of the players on the field of play. Yeah. Until they should know it is Ghana. Okay. It is the World Cup. We expect them to step up against Mali.
All right, I mean, for last word, no, Uncle Dr. Franco Naro. Now, that could see us from India. Or Monitamo from India. Okay. Now, Mompai Manopa. And so, no. That was a bomb pie, my wife. Come up. All right. I swear, what Kala is telling us is true. But I don't know why you guys don't understand him. If Anka, you pay attention and listen to him very well, and are ready to understand him, Anka, you will understand him. But it's like you are all not ready to try to understand him. A poor man vibration at Tebubu. Anyway, Abba. Osi ya makala kwa. Kala ya mse ya ma kwa so kan yana.
Zame ka ma mi we no asoma.
No way.
O so ma no.
No ba asema unni ho.
Ame de say de na me pen Franco na Roberto aso.
Asema unni ho proof. Oh na me ma na o kon tinti na o kan.
No, that's not any proof.
Because the worker kan no, a very serious.
The American say.
T Kala. A very serious allegation. Now as a host, okay? It is a man kwan now we are kesiesa exam now am koye referees na mpanifo na ye o madwen say we do use word kra elimination by rough tactics I just say omo penkofo bi ayi o mafirim na omo share that exam ko share omo kon and omo pass ye kra no a omo nim and omo fail omo yi omo firim because omo de omo person omo ade favorite bi eba Obeka we are me ma kwan se kan
Joe man the credential make us an oncophobia na no FIFA batch Odubeka pass e jini FIFA batch oda so di referees here because baby are be fa bia no obe pass e jo ye bad as you think and now the Jennifer by that it depends on the referee.
How well?
It is a meme system. Whatever I'm saying, meaning the maker. Because ni pan over FIFA batch. What in a batch? And can away out. But essence say ni pan over the for baby na or ya de. And told him say ni pan ya your man crucial matches measure Uganda. All right. I don't think any pan bet me excel a boy in Africa. Now it's in the FIFA batch.
Dr. Franco Naro, last word.
Okay, Gina. Jedediah tested them. Nim didn't tell no update test about no stress.
Sir, Jedediah.
Doc, I've had my first ever customer from Buenim. And was serious to us. Doc, I've had my first ever customer from Buenim. Nasidena.
And a boy woman said this other. I said, okay, Cara. Why?
Was serious to us.
I don't want to move from cacao.
But still, Caho, Navaco. Yes, it didn't want to know. Never couldn't you. It's not a body food now. On trim out that. Yes. On trim out.
As such a fuzubai.
As such a fuzubai. On trim out.
General,
yes,
can Notuado improve as the Black Stars coach? We are seeing people person improve, you obey to improve. And clearly, Oshe ne choir of so above football ne baby Obobe Drew ye playing some 15 matches for the national team and the teams he played. He has the potential and the ability to improve. Why not? But me feel that crown when like one CC no ma me Drew baby so coach national team and ejuma no eba beto no enti amesinto abenedwuma din. General national team coaching no edin pa because entisa club footballer every week wo players edi omuye training ene sa anema no enti wo hwemu highly experienced guys ene mpempi edi national team mo play team ni bedru a bi kura 1 or 2 training sessions pe na wanya team then omuye adwuma no more in game referee na bona bema ye bobo no national teams a lot of work go on during the game because training grounds no wanya branye training bebre into your in-game readings say o trick or tactics on the field of play Mr. T ni say my opponent the game ni kono ma menye ni say menye the substitution and no and the national teams bebre na me feel say Otuado ebre de man so betima improve general maybe he would have to go back and prepare himself very well. All right. And then come back. But see him for Black Stars and man fanya juma kopim so be improve there. I don't think so that is the way to go.
All right, Yame Aduma, Democracy Cup game, you know. Olympics and the Hearts of Folk 1-0. No, so Yavanko Edwada na say yes, yeah.
You see, Olympics one time in recent times it's been difficult for us to beat them.
Yeah.
Now rivalry so be any. But I think say Didi Dramani ebe take has victim no ejuma kakra ode has aye no it's been great. He came the President Cup came too early. Kotoko eliminated them. But after that the name do aye no top 4 and they Komoho Cup watch Heart of Lions AJF in same and was Ababeji the Democracy Cup. So there's so much positive wind blowing around the team na Didi Dramani air building.
Okay.
And I think c'est phobia for abaso.
All right. Na enti yadi besi ha na ya pedie mu ma holistic news enso atoaso de amai. Mesai kai amanfo biom se Mohammed Odum ne wife onya ne baby ekọ ne krachi no Mrs Alice Ajay Odum nanka na yie no week ye mu enanka ebaso na enam asantehima dot ye no bamcho yediko 18th and 19th enti na eno so I don't know 18th and 19th of October Mohammed Odum ne yire na yie no eho na yede eko Mrs Alice Ajay Odum di Odum se yankancha do fo nyina se yie no eho na yede akwa akose odamos
Odika frɛ wo saa. Odike the minor. Minim sɛ ɔde na yɛrɛ na man ɛhwɛ da. Wa frɛ saa me wa de ku de ntia.
Odike no.
Sɛ na weekend.
And yɛrɛ ni ne sɛ.
Onim na de papa.
Onim na de do bi anka sɛ.
Saa no ba bia ni kura nka yo.
Onim na de afa no saa ye. All right, but travel. This is it's holistic news up next.
Okay, we crank. Yes, in the working.